Okay, we live. We just want to say shalom to everyone again and thank Yehuda for giving us another opportunity to come back before you guys this morning and to discuss some more. You know, last Sunday live stream got a lot of people upset, and of course you guys know how I feel about that because when we're coming from the Torah, when we are speaking the truth, I don't care about people being upset. You know, I don't care about that when you're speaking truth, and you could tell when people are rebellious and when people just don't know. You can tell when people wanting to do just going to do whatever they want to do because Yahuwah did say we are a rebellious, a stiff necked, people, a stubborn and a stiff necked people. So you could discern when someone is just outright rebellious toward what you're dealing with, and then someone that just don't know, and someone that just giving their
Mm.
opinions, and that's a reaction that we're supposed to respond to all three. If someone that just don't know, then you have to be a little bit more patient with them and bringing them into an understanding if they're willing. And if someone that just have their opinion, you know, and after the word that the Torah have been expressed to them, and still have to give them a few minutes to understand it. But where Torah is plain, and you still try to exert your opinion over the Torah, then we'll have to deal with you like we'll deal with a rebellious one, and the one that is just outright rebellious and don't want to receive the word, but want to claim Yahuwah, 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 but won't receive it, because they've been in it long enough to understand this and to understand that. I really can't say that because sometimes we haven't had the proper teachers, we haven't had the proper leaders to lead and guide us. But someone that is just outright rebellious in a way, you could discern that. Now the scriptures tells us, to kick the dust off of our feet against them as a witness, as a testimony against them when they don't want to receive. But at the same time, it's hard for us to do that in the awakening in Yasharal because we are still so inundated with Christianity. And Christianity, all be nice, love everybody, love. If we supposed to love everybody, when Yahuwah says, I don't love everybody. See, we can't. Yahuwah says, Jacob I love, but Esau I hate. And I even when I was in Christianity, I began to look up that word. Okay, what does he really mean? Because God, God, is supposed to be loving, loving, love. What did he can't mean hate? So I just did a etymological study on that word. I say study, but I just looked into it. Didn't have to study. Didn't have to go far with it. And guess what the word meant? It meant hate. It meant just what it was saying, hate. That's what it means. But when we are Christian minded, when we have the remnants of Christianity, the elements of Christianity still flowing in our ruach, so it's hard for us to understand some things when we become awakened to the truth. It's hard for us to understand everything. I mean, a lot of things, And did Yahuwah really mean this? Even though we uh, uh, we read in our Torah in the so-called Old Testament how Yahuwah was just slaying people, kill people, disobedience, kill them. You understand me what I'm saying? Even killed his own people when we got out of the way, when our ancestors got out of the way. Told them to go in there and demolish the other nations. Don't mix with them. Don't give your sons to them. Don't give your daughters to their sons, and don't give your sons to their daughters. He specifically told us these things. And when we did such things, I mean, Christianity have not presented Yahuwah in his true light to us. They have presented him in a way to to uh to favor them while they still stamp on our head, rape our children, rape and break in our homes and all of this kind of stuff. Shalom, everyone that is watching. Shalom to you guys. But he hasn't been presented to us. I mean, Yahuwah slaying people. We don't want to talk about that because Christianity is still in us. But yet now we'll say that, well, he don't do that anymore because we're under grace. We're going to get in scripture here in a minute because we're under grace. But yet we read that he says, I'm the same today, yesterday, and forevermore. I change not. What do we do with that? And just like I pointed out to you, Jesus comes saying, they have said an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But I say, love your enemy. Do good to them that persecute you. Jesus said that. Yahushua didn't say that because they didn't say. See, we ain't picking up on little stuff. And I know I've mentioned this stuff before, but I'm mentioning it again to keep it fresh in our mind. We're not picking up on this little stuff. They didn't say an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Yahuwah said an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth in the Torah. Yahuwah said it. But now here come little white Jesus coming. They say an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, but I say. They haven't said it. Yahuwah said it. So we often still following what this fake Jesus say. We're often too nice to call him out. We're too nice. Christianity have taught us that way. But if you go back and you read the history of our forefathers, our patriarchs, especially them 12 boys that Jacob had, you got me? You'll see the warriors that we were. You'll see that we didn't take anything like we have been taught to take it now, to be nice now, love everyone, and all this kind of stuff. While they still bash our heads in, while they still kill our young men in the streets, while they still do all these things. And we've been given a specific command not to marry these nations. And just like I was talking to Yashai this morning, and I was watching one of his videos, and I could see the humility in the young man. He was reading out of Paul, to prove his point and stuff, and I didn't bash. I didn't do any of that because I can see the humility, but I can see that there was just some things that you just didn't know. You just didn't know, and that's okay because we're all here to learn. We're all here to learn, and Paul's writings have been severely leavened by the colonizers, by Amalek, been severely messed with. Paul's writings have been so severely messed with that a lot of our people think that Paul is with them. Think that Paul is just talking a bunch of crap to lead us wrong. But they cannot discern that Paul's writings have been messed with severely. Been severely messed with. And we don't understand that. So we just throw away Shaul's writings. We just throw them away and say, I don't want to hear him. I don't want to listen to him and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to listen to him. It's just like what Paul says, about as long as where's that scripture at? Let me see, can I find it? About when he was teaching about the law and marriage. I think that is in let me just read that really, really quick. I think it's chapter 7, I believe, right? Look at this right here. It says, know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law. Right? Let me put it up on. Can y'all not hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, let me put this up on my screen here. Okay, look at the middle section. It says, know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion over a man as long as he liveth. For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she is loosed from the law of her husband. Right? So then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man. Now, Paul used that. Let me just read verse 4 too. It says, wherefore, my brethren, ye also are become dead to the law by the body of, you see what it's saying, JC, right? But Yahusha, that ye may be married to another, even to him who is raised from the dead, that we should bring forth fruit unto Yahuwah. For when we were in the flesh, the motions of sin, which were by law, look at how that is saying. When we were in the flesh, the motions of sin, which were by law, did work in our members to bring forth fruit unto death. Keep reading. Let me get my thing down. Let me just keep reading. I'm sorry. It says, verse 6 says, but now we are delivered from the law, that being dead, wherein we were held, that we should serve in newness of spirit, and not in the oldness of the letter. Now, do you guys, let me move this. Now, do you guys see any leaven in those verses that I just read? Do y'all see any leaven in those verses that I just read in chapter 7 there?
From what I was hearing, 'cause I don't see it, but it was sounding to me that it was saying like basically contradicting itself on the law.
Some of that too. All right, look at verse 6 again. Now, he done compared a woman, that she is bound to her husband. He talking about the law. She is bound to that husband
Hey,
as long
hey.
as he shall live. Right? Now, one thing we know that ain't so. What if that man is bashing her head in? What if that man is just really doing horrible things to that woman? She can't divorce him. That's what Christianity taught. You understand me? Not all the denominations, but that's what they taught. But now he's doing some horrible things to this woman. And I was in the denomination where they bound that man so to believe that crap. His wife did everything on him, even pack up, and left him. And that man was a young man when that woman left him, but he would not marry again. He did not marry again because he followed that doctrine. And I think he was something like 87 years old when he died. We're going to get into some deeper stuff in a minute now. I'm just trying to lay some foundation for some. Go ahead, Sue Yahoo.
Okay, the leaven that I see, the Torah does not say that if a man, like it says there now, then a woman is not allowed to get married again. She must wait for her husband to die. The Torah says that if a man is or a woman is unsatisfied with, if a spouse is unsatisfied and they give a divorce, a woman is allowed to go and get married again.
Yeah.
Even if the husband is still alive. That's
Yeah.
the leaven that I see.
Yeah. And what that man can't do, if that woman then married another man and then that marriage doesn't work out, then Yahuwah says that man can't, her first husband cannot take her back again. Ain't none of that's being mentioned. You know what I mean? Ain't none of that stuff is being mentioned. But look at this right here. In verse 6, it says, but now we are delivered from the law. What do that give you the impression of? You ain't got to keep it no more. You see? Leaven. And we know better than that. It gives the impression that you don't have to keep the law no more, because verse 6 says again, but now we are delivered from the law, that being dead wherein we were held, that we should serve in newness of spirit or of ruach, and not in the oldness of the letter. Talking about the law. See, what these crappy people tried to do was just totally take everything from us so we can stay or live, dwell in disobedience. Because if we don't know our book, you understand me what I'm saying? We could continue to follow after idols and everything else. You have to pay close attention to our writings have been in their hands. The Maccabees even tells us that they took our books and they wrote fables in them. And a lot of us are following fable today. Fables instead of this Torah. Instead of this Bazorah. That's what we're following. And we don't understand that. Every last one of us on this panel, is it safe to say that you come out of Christianity, that you was once a Christian?
Yeah.
Is it safe to say that? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Now, and you was in that. I mean, when you came out your mama's womb, some people say they were born a Christian. They were born. I don't know how you be born one, but that's what they say. So, stating though, you've been in it so long, and now all of a sudden we're beginning to awake. We're beginning to awake. Do you think every element of Christianity is gone out of you? It's just like what Yahuwah told the children of Yasharal when he was bringing them into the land. He says, I'm not going to run these nations out in a day. He even told them, and I'm not going to run them out in a year, because the wild beast will overtake you. Now, what is that saying to us today? Yahuwah cannot take, he is not going to run all this stuff, this Christianity up out of us in a day. Now, look at me, y'all. Look at me. All right, now, my eyes are closed. My eyes are closed. And then all of a sudden, I'm awake. All that crap that we have learned is not going to be run out of us as soon as I open my eyes. You got to consider that. Why? Because pride will overtake me. He told them, I'm not going to run these people out of this land in a day, and I'm not going to do it in a year, though the wild beast will overtake you. What is our wild beast today? Our wild beast is pride. If Yahuwah just take all this stuff about of us and we just know it all, we know everything, we know what's happening, we know what this means, you will be so overtaken with pride, man, until you wouldn't even be able to stand yourself, because I know I won't be able to stand you. I won't be able to stand you. So we have to understand what's happening here. That's the reason I always say again, seek to know Yahuwah, to know his ways, like Moshe did. He sought to know his ways, while the children of Israel sought to know his hand, sought to know his barakah. We need to know him. If I wrote this book, you do not have the right to go and interpret my book the way you want to interpret it. Okay. Yexa said, give him a bit. He just woke up. Black folk time.
Oh, that boy be up all night.
That's what I tell you. Yeah, but I know that guy. That guy be up all night working, man. I'm telling you. But anyway, are y'all hearing me? What I'm saying? You do not have the right to interpret my book. Well, I wonder what he mean by this here. Oh, I think he means this right here. No, if you want to understand what I wrote, what's in this book, get in touch with the author. So many of us are preaching and teaching from this book, but we hadn't gotten in touch with the author. That's the reason leaders are falling by the dozen, because they are walking after their pride. They are teaching out from their own bellies. But you're gonna have you can't be a novice. If you're a novice, you can't see this. You can't see this. Are y'all following me? That stuff from last week. Now, of course, I have Aki Chris on here, and I'm gonna let Aki Chris tell you something in a minute. I'm gonna let him tell you something in a minute. But that stuff from last week. Now, we have heard our people say that, okay, you don't supposed to marry the nations. You don't supposed to marry the nations, right? But I ain't got. I mean, I haven't seen the kind of lash out like I'm seeing it when I say it. I guess I get a little bit more creative with it because I mean what I damn say, and because the Torah says it, and I can stand flat foot and say it. You hear me? What I'm saying? And look at it now. Now he's shown up throwing it all over our face again. Now just making a bold statement. Bold statement. Y'all don't like doing it, but I don't mind doing it. I'm still talking about vital toe. A lot of us done it, but if you claiming Yasharal and you just throwing this crap in our face, no, not going for it. I can't. I'm not going for it. Let me read this comment here. Oh shoot, I've lost it. Send that comment back to me, bro. Can I read it out?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I just didn't want to interrupt, but
Okay.
I was just saying,
Yeah, say it.
I've watched two people, come from being in the truth, like going all the way back to Christianity just by the book of Galatians alone. So I get what you're saying as far as like the misinterpretations, because some people think, oh, am I supposed to keep the Torah? Or, oh, I don't have to keep the Torah. Like, I understand where the confusion can lie because we understand,
Yeah.
These Masoretes and things, they insert things and mix it up a certain way.
Yeah.
So
The Masoretes. Yeah. And see, and that's what the King James is interpreted by, the Masoret text, the Masoret. And every other Bible after that, except for about one or two of them, is still translated from the Masoretic text, from the King James, still from the Masoretic text. And we are not picking this stuff up. And so listen what the young man just said. There's people that have been awakened to the truth and went back to Christianity because of what Galatians says. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because it's leaven. Yep, cars are Mezorites, right? The Amalekites over there. Amalek over there. I'm sorry. Excuse me. But this is what's happening to us. We have to discern. The Torah specifically says, I don't care what Galatians says. I don't care what Paul supposedly said, but Paul didn't say it, but they fix it up like he said it. You understand me what I mean? But that stuff is leaven. If that Torah says do not mix with them, that's what the Torah says. That's what it says. And we got a history of that. Now, all of a sudden, in the last 2,000 years, now the Torah been changed when there are scriptures that saying the Torah is forever. They even told you that Jesus Christ took it out of our way. They told you that. Took the law out of our way. Didn't they now tell you that? Was it a lie? Okay, so why we believe all this other crap that's in there that we are not discerning in? It was a lie. He never took the Torah out of our way. We don't have to go and sacrifice bulls and goats anymore. Thank Yahuwah for that, because Yahusha is the perfect sacrifice. But I tell you this and stand flat-footed and tell you, Jesus Christ is a liar, and he's the Antichrist. He was a liar in the beginning, and he's the liar, and he's lying now. And our Christian-minded people gonna have to begin to rise up and say it like it is. See, we're still a little bit too Christian on the inside. That cat was wrong, and whoever else that did this is wrong. You know. Man, Lachey, we had a little conversation last night, and he was telling me that his wife is Puerto Rican. I said, man, there's a large portions of Puerto Ricans is of the tribes. A large portion. They are our people. They are our people.
We are scattered all across
We are
the
scattered
world,
all across the road, so to speak. All across the road. Are you following me? No, man. Our people are scattered. Our people and been given new names. You know, Because if I'm not mistaken, if I can ever get Yexner on here, he's a little bit more understanding in this than I am, or a little bit more knowledgeable in this stuff than I am. I think the large portion of Puerto Ricans, or so-called Puerto Ricans, are from the tribe of Ephraim. Yeah, they put these names on us, just like we are. You and I and Lucretia and Chris and Donald and Rob, we are considered African Americans. That's that's the name they put on African American. Ain't no damn African American. How could I be from two continents? African American. You see, these people have changed everything. Because they are the children of Cain, and they are the seed. We don't give credence when he said the seed. Well, he didn't say the seed of the woman is going to bruise your head. He said the seed of the man, because we know. But we even believe that in Christianity. The seed of the woman is going to bruise your heel or whatever. Now, we ought to know better that a woman ain't got no seed, but we believed it. We took it and preached off it and everything. You see how they condition us. The seed of the woman. The woman ain't got no seed. I see your hand, Sister Trudy. Yahuwah said the seed of Adam. If not, he said the seed of man is going to bruise your head, but your seed is going to bruise his heel. Now, we know he was talking about Hamashiach. You know what I mean? Ultimately, he's talking about Hamashiach. He's talking about all these things. But I'm just showing you how easy it is for us to believe crap, because we believe that everybody believe that. Oh, the seed of the woman. Hamashiach is not Eve's seed. Hamashiach is Adam's seed. Right? But you see how it's easy it is for us to believe. We are so naive as a people. We can't gather. We can't unite. We refuse to do these things because we're afraid. But I'm telling you, it's time to rise up. Hold on. Okay, so Trudy, go ahead. I'm gonna stop talking for a minute and let you speak here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, when you were saying African American, that was something that Jesse Jackson did. He gave us that title, but as you know, in Deuteronomy it says that we will be parables. We will have parables about us.
Yeah.
So there's so many things that people that we think was for us, they really weren't for us, because they signed contracts. Like Jesse Jackson is a big downfall in
Boule. That's what they are.
Yeah, definitely, full fledged. And out of everybody in the movement, he's the last one.
Isn't that something?
He's the last one. He's the reason why Martin Luther King got shot, because he moved over.
Yeah, he moved over so the bullet can hit him.
After his ride, but we all know that actually he died in the hospital with being smothered. But soon as you get away from the ways that even the church, the black church, is a part of it, because they sign a tax form. There were times when the government even wrote the messages for the ministers in the black church to preach. So, and that's still going on, believe it or not. It's still going on. They got them in their pocket, as they say. My daddy said, yeah.
501c3.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Exactly. And it's still going on.
What did you say?
They're still 501c3. What was it, brother?
501c3.
C3.
Yeah.
C3. Yeah.
And it's still going on, and that's why they can come in when it's time for their political party time, and they come in and they talk to us like, oh yeah, we down with y'all, they even start singing slang that's in the community to make us feel comfortable, because they use emotions. And so we have to understand, anything that's emotional to us, we down with it. It make us feel good. The tickling of the ears. And the word said there will be a time when that's all they want, is the tickling of the ears. They want that sweet and low, So we got to understand that We got to wake up and do what the word says. People go by what man say more than what they say when they go by what Yahuwah has told us. So we become disobedient children. And if he says don't do it, don't do it.
Yeah.
And if you find you don't know it and then you find out, you pull out and say, Yahuwah, how do I get out of this? What do I do now?
Mm-hmm.
And the Torah is going to tell you how to handle it. But
Yeah.
people want to have it their way. They want the cake, they want the icing, they want the eggs, they want the flour, they want the sugar, they want it all. Then they want to eat the whole cake. You see what I'm saying? And they don't want to take it as it is. So people keep bumping until they understand that what he says is what goes, not what government says.
Yes. 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 Is there anyone else before I go on? I want to read. I want to go to Deuteronomy here, the 7th chapter. I think Sister Trudy dealt with this a little bit last night, but I want to go. I want to read it. Anyone else got any questions or comments here? And I'm still going waiting on Chris here. I'm going to bring him on. But look, let's go to Deuteronomy. Let me put this up on the screen so every eye can see it. Don't start me to singing. You talk about a clown show. All right. Y'all too quiet. Let me move this here for a minute. Y'all too quiet and laid back and set back this morning or something. I don't know. Okay, nevertheless, let me just go here. Deuteronomy. Hold on for 1 minute. Hey, what's up, Bob? Man, you ain't supposed to have no passcode. It's supposed to just send you straight through. Okay, I'm gonna send this thing out to DW, and then I'm gonna get DW to call you. He got your number? Donald, do you got Yak number?
No, I don't. I used to talk to him through Messenger.
Okay, I'm gonna send you Yak number, and then I'm gonna send you this link and let y'all converse together to get him on. Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Donald, you just go to that group and copy that link. Let me send you his number though, because he's asking for a passcode. There's no passcode. Y'all excuse me for a minute. Man, I tell you,
I like this song that Trudy sung. I was gonna sing a song. In that land.
Wait a minute, Shaquille.
Where I'm bound.
Don't do it.
Yes, that's that song. Yeah.
Come on now.
Hey, I know I can't sing, but hey, I'm ready for an A and B selection. Just let me know.
Okay. That song right there.
You got it.
Oh, that made my mind go back.
Yeah, let me go back to these scriptures here.
When I was a little girl, my auntie used to sing that song.
All right. I want y'all to look at this scripture here. Deuteronomy 28. Look all the way over to your left there. I think it'll be on your left. I'm reading this out of the Yah scriptures, which also is translated from the Masoretic text, but they have just changed and put in the proper names or here and there, so it's all right. But when you see some W's in it, so you know that it still ain't right. You got me? Because there's no W in the Hebrew alphabet, from my understanding. But anyway, look what verse 1 says. It says, "When Yahuwah, your Eluah, bring you into the land which you do go to possess, he shall also clear away many nations before you, the Hittites and the Girgashites and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Herites and the Jebusites, supposed to be Jebusites, but it's Jebusites, I get it, with the Y because there's no J. 7 nations greater and mightier than you," right? Verse 2 says, "And when Yahuwah, your Eluah, gives them over to you, you shall smite them and put them under the ban completely. Completely. Make no covenant. Somebody said you can make one covenant with them. I can make a covenant of marriage with them. What did Yahuwah say though? Make no covenant with them and show them no favor. See, y'all still too Christianized. Y'all still too nice here. You think you still too nice here because Jesus Christ came and told you different. Oh, love them, love them, love them, love them. That's what that liar said. So we're still believing Jesus Christ over Yahushua. You know, get in touch with him. Get to know him. It says in verse 3, it says, and do not what?
Marriage.
Do not intermarry with them.
Intermarry.
Do not intermarry with them. Do not intermarry with them. Let me say it again. Do not intermarry with them. You do not give your daughters to his son, and you do not take his daughter for your son. Now you think just because we're under this so-called grace, all of this been changed? Are y'all hearing me? Are y'all hearing me?
Yes, yes, Pastor.
This is what he's saying.
Yes.
This is what our Torah is saying here. Let me just read. Let me put it back up and go a little bit farther. Let me put it back up. Yahuwah mean what he says. And if y'all don't mind, be giving me some other scriptures here. We're going to come out of,
you know, and even Pastor, before you go on real quick, even the Bible that I have, it tells you basically the topic of it. And it says, command the nation, communion with the nations is forbidden. That's the title.
It's forbidden.
And it says it is for communion with them is forbidden.
And they see this. All you Yasharalites out there, you see what's in this word. Don't try to change it. Don't try to make yourself believe that, okay, it's been changed now because Yahuwah, he's not like that anymore. How you going to speak for? You just want that white thing. If truth be told, you want it.
They like the pale skin.
Yeah. You like the, what'd you say, Brother Isaac?
They like that pale skin.
Sister Trudy, no.
All right, Sister Trudy. I didn't see what you was about to do, but evidently True Yahoo did see it. So and she said, Sister Trudy, no. Hopefully we'll get Donald can get Yexa in here in a minute. And we'll just let him lay down the law. You know what I mean? We'll let him lay down the law. But listen now, let me read a little bit more, then I'm gonna bring Chris on. I'm gonna bring him on. Let me read a little bit more. It says, do not intermarry with them. You do not give your daughter to his sons, and you do not take your daughters for his sons. For he turns your son away from following me. Now, if you don't believe, or let me just keep reading, from following me to serve other mighty ones, then the displeasure of Yahuwah shall burn against you and promptly destroy you. Now, if you don't believe this, let me take this down for a minute so I can see y'all. If you don't believe that they would turn your Solomon was the wisest man ever walked, scripture says. And if they could turn him, what you think about your little old
Don't you start, Pastor.
Roll it back, bring it back.
See, somebody need to just come on and take my place because I get unbridled here because I don't like it, and somebody need to not like it. You can't just drag your trash through Yasharal and just expect for us to just go in and close the door and shut the curtain because we don't want to see it and this and that, and we just gonna be nice and stay at peace with everybody. Hell no. Where the warriors are. Go ahead, Sister Suyahu.
It's still asking him for a passcode.
Whew. Still asking. Man, we might not gonna be able.
Does he have Zoom? He might have to download it if he doesn't have it.
Tell him download. Okay. It's still asking me for a passcode. Are you trying to get on through your computer or through your phone? Okay. Donald, you couldn't help him? You can't help bring this guest on? You still working on it?
Yeah, he got it. He'll be on shortly. He'll be on in a little bit.
Gotcha. Okay, before we bring Yak on, now, we think that we can't help ourselves. We think that we are so far in it. It's just your flesh don't want to help you because you don't love Yahuwah. Now, I'm going to bring Chris on here. And Chris, I want you to tell them what you had to go through, what you've been through, and the decision that you had to make because you was with one. But when you found out the truth, I hope Vital Toe is listening to this and all the like. I'm telling you.
Shalom, brother.
Hey, shalom, Ak. I see you. Yeah,
Shalom,
yeah.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Shalom, y'all. Barak Yahuwah.
Yeah, Barak. I'm gonna bring you on in a minute, Yak. But let me get this testimony right here from Chris. From Chris, because he was in this, but when he came into the truth. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell this story, and then I got to go to work.
Okay.
It was like 4 months ago. I was in the word, but not in the word. But I asked one day, I asked Yahuwah, like, am I in the right relationship? Just dealing with some of the things that I was dealing with in the house with an Edomite. And one day, I think it was like 3 days after I asked him that, he put me in the scriptures of Tobit. I read it in Tobit. It wasn't just in Tobit. It was everywhere I was picking up to read. It said we were not to intermix. And one day, on my ruach so heavy, he told me to leave that house. He said get up out of there, and I ain't had nowhere to go. So the only place I could go at that time was in my car. When I did that, it was a peace that overwhelmed me. That like when I left there, came out the house.
Wow.
I couldn't explain it. And I was in that car for 3 months, just in Palau. And I never, my peace was with me that whole time. I just started to seek and search him out with my whole heart. And from that point, he just been progressing me up to each level every day that I've been seeking to know him more and just to get truth, man. And now he got me in the position. I got my car back. I started my job Monday.
Hallelujah.
All praise to the Most High.
Yes.
Yes.
And it just been amazing, man. And you come from your heart to seek him, to know his right rulings and to walk in wisdom, man. He gonna present it before you, but some of us, he places things before us, and we so programmed and pagan. I'm gonna say so focused or mindset in paganism, man. We tend to go back, but I seen it, and yeah. I'm here now, man, and I give all praise to Yahusha
Yeah.
and Yahuwah, man, because wow, that was an experience. But now that I've been learning to walk in His right rulings and learn to know what it is to truly walk in wisdom, everything has changed in my life, man, and it's all through Him.
Yeah.
So,
And it because you
all
love
praise,
Him.
all
And
praise,
you remember what
all
you was telling me the day that I called you last week, and there was another one just tempting you and approaching you.
Oh, it's one now. It's one now. I mean,
Goodness.
sending
That
money
boy
and
got
saying,
choices.
okay, I don't need your money. I mean, sending money and just all that, man. But
ooh,
I made it clear, like, man, no, we not doing that. That's not me.
That's the enemy.
It is.
And then if you take up with them and then start taking their monies and stuff like that, and you be careful. Them jokers are unalive you.
Yeah.
You know, they will unalive you because they're so mad, so upset.
Yeah.
But you ain't supposed to be mixing with them no way. But now, I want to bring Yak on. I'm not gonna call his whole name, but I'm gonna bring Yak on and just let Yak school us in some things, because a lot of our people don't know, and a lot of them do know but don't give a damn, because they want that flesh. They love that flesh over Yahuwah. They love it. And I mean, they don't love Yahuwah like their mouth proclaim. These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. And just like I told y'all last week, it could be 56 billion of us. 56 billion. Again, just an analogy. Only 1 billion perhaps would make it, maybe 2, because that's that narrow road. There's a lot of us, family, are not going to make it because we're still stubborn, rebellion, and stiff-necked. We're still stubborn, rebellion, and stiff-necked, and we still lean to our own understanding. We're not going to be told. We're not going to allow ourselves to be told the truth. Why? Because our flesh don't want the truth, and we're still walking after our flesh. We cannot mix with these people. We cannot mix with these people. And Yak gonna take it a little bit farther and see what we don't understand is this right here about the cleaving and about the
crafting in.
The grafting in. We don't have a full understanding about that. And I'm gonna let Yak elaborate on that a little bit. You know, I'm just telling you just like it is. We better get it together, because this thing is coming down to the wire. It's coming down to the wire. And I even noticed too, there's people that you could be so bold in speaking the truth. Guess what? Some of our people don't even want to associate with us because we make them shame. We make them shame. And when Paul was telling Timothy that, because don't be ashamed of my bonds because I'm in prison. They act like because we're in prison, we are wrong. How many of our people are wrongfully in prison? But our other people would be ashamed of them to even be seen with them, to be even associated with them. Come on, you're gonna have to wake. You're gonna have to wake up all the way. You're gonna have to wake up all the way. Okay, Yak, come on, man.
All right, so shalom everybody. Barak the Most High, Yahuwah, Yahusha. So listen, when it comes to this, bro, listen, I am a person who has dated outside my race before.
Yeah.
When I first came into this, I was just like this brother who just came on. Shout out to you, Aki. I came into this. I know some people in these camps come into this like understanding with like this hate in their heart. I was not one of them. All right.
Right.
I had been very welcoming to the other nations. I never cared about color or nothing like that. Obviously, I believed in white Jesus at one point. I'm not a racist person. Never been that way. Wasn't raised that way. But personally, I've always dealt with black women most of the time because that was what I was around. That was what I was attracted to. That's just what it was. And then I just, ended up dating this other girl, right? In that moment of me seeking Yahuwah and learning Torah a little bit more, I started to notice that there is a jealousy that they have towards us being the chosen. And just as Esau was mad about the birthright genetically and in their blood, they still want the birthright. And some of them are being very, very wicked and trying to get us to stumble by marrying them so they can take our birthright. The most important thing our people need to understand is these so-called Indo-Europeans, these white people, they are descendants of the giants, the fallen seed. Give me a second. I'm about to show y'all something. Pastor, is it okay if I share my screen?
Of course.
All right, I'm about to show y'all some evidence.
Because I sure can't do it, but if you can do it, fine.
Are not created by Yahuwah. I keep telling people this, and they get mad when I say it, but we need to be extremely bold when we're talking about this. Because if our people are sinning and mixing with these nations he said not to mix with, in Deuteronomy 7, shout out to the pastor, he just read it, he said the Jebusites, Girgashites, all of these different ites, right? They all connect to these Raphaim tribes, okay? These Raphaim tribes were blonde hair, blue eyes, red hair, pale skin, so on and so forth. That is where white people come from. They come from fallen angels. And this is exactly why they're jealous of us. This is why they hate us. And listen, it's not wrong to hate them because Yahuwah said that he will put enmity between the seed of the woman, who would be, the woman is Israel, Yasharal, and the serpent seed. So Yahuwah put enmity between us. They would hate us. We would hate them. We wouldn't hate them just to hate them, but because of how they act towards us, how they treat us, right?
Makes sense. Makes
but
sense.
See, you have been Christianized with this, Babylonian religion that, you're supposed to love everybody. You're supposed to accept everybody. But did Yahusha call the Pharisees, they are of their father, the devil? Did he preach a message of redemption to them? No, he did not. He rebuked them. He couldn't stand them.
Right.
So sitting here acting like, you know what I'm saying, we're not supposed to separate from these people, it just doesn't make any sense. So look, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of evidence here about this, because like I said, I know about the person who, was marrying that non-black woman and he's mixed. And this is the problem with bastard people. And I'm going to just call it what it is. Bastard children will always be confused.
Yeah.
Bastard children will always be confused, and they will become the future oppressor. You know why? It's because if they have one of their parents is white, chances are they're going to side with whiteness. Why? Because there's a benefit to being racist. There's a benefit to siding with whiteness. If you look at all these black conservatives, they always tap dancing, always cooning and buffooning. You know what I'm saying? There's money to be made in that. So the biracials become the future oppressors. So it's like how, and it causes confusion. The Yahuwah is not an allure of confusion, but this is what happens, and that's how you know it's a sin. If you have to do a sin offering, according to Ezra 9 and 10, because you were taking strays wives, it's a sin. Breaking covenant with the Yahuwah is a sin. So if you are with one of these other nations, you have already broken covenant. You have already sinned. You should leave them, and you should leave those bastard children behind, because it's not even something the Most High honors in the first place. Moses had to put away the Cushite woman.
We too nice for that. We too nice to even understand that yet. We too nice. We too Christian to come on.
All right, so let's look at this real quick. All right, so this is a piece of information. Can y'all see the screen right now?
Yeah, we see.
Yeah.
I can see it.
So let's read some information. All right, I'm gonna show y'all. These white folks are from the fallen seed. The Most High, he knew what he was doing by, making us melanated and making them pale skin and making their features the complete opposite of us. If we were all made in the image of Yahuwah, we will all be melanated. We'll all be melanated, but we're not.
True.
So look. These are the Guanches of North Africa. Now, I believe personally that these Guanches, they were on the Canary Islands in North Africa. I believe they are descendants of these tribes, these Raphaim, or what's left of the Raphaim in Africa today. Okay? Most of them got exterminated, but they found these skeletons of these giants with these huge skulls, blue eyes, blonde hair, pale skin. You know what I'm saying? And they found that they were giants in Canary Islands. And these are actually descendants of the antediluvian world, so the pre-flood world, which the Most High destroyed. All right? So let's read this. The Guanches were the tall inhabitants of the Canary Islands, and they were just about exterminated by the Spaniards at the turn of the 15th century. According to the Encyclopedia Britannica, the Guanches are thought to have been of Cro-Magnon origin and had what? Blue or gray
hair.
eyes and blondish hair. These ancient mysterious people also left stone pyramids, so they were pagans, and mummified their dead. Where did these white giants come from? I think you guys know the answer.
Of course.
That. Now let me show you something else. I'm going to just show you guys a few things. I just want to prove what I'm saying and why I say it. All right, here's the next one. So can y'all see this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is another piece of information about these giants. Legends tell the height, bright beauty, and excellent physical shape of the inhabitants of the Canary Islands. No one knows where this mysterious tribe came from. 3,000 years ago, the Guanches called themselves the children of the volcano. Blue-eyed, red-haired giants were excellent hunters and swimmers. Unfortunately, the Spaniards destroyed these mysterious persons. To this day, their origin causes scientists to be perplexed. Where did the Guanche come from? So again, it's asking this question. Now, let me show you one more piece of information. How many of you guys are familiar with the scriptures where it mentions the sons of Anak, the giants in the land of Canaan, when they went to go spy it out?
Yeah.
Familiar.
Okay, so if you look at this, this is about a conversation about a woman named Maria Orsic, who was from Germany, and she, was associated with the Nazis and Hitler, and that's why Hitler had such a obsession with racial purity, because he was trying to breed and bring back the Nephilim. The Aryan race is the Nephilim, or the descendants of them. That's why they have an obsession with these mutations: blonde hair, mutation; blue eyes, mutation; red hair, mutation. Now, I know some of our people have these traits. Doesn't mean you're a Nephilim. It just means those recessive genes came from this mutation of the fallen angels and the daughters of men. So if we read right here, it says, we'll start here. Do they speak German? She says no, because she was in communication with these deities. Now, these deities are the disembodied spirits of the Nephilim.
Come on, man.
She was in communication with them, and that's why the Nazis had, they don't tell you this, but they had like spaceships, they had flying crafts, anti-gravitational technology. All this technology goes back to what the fallen taught the children of Cain. All right. So it says, do they speak German? She said, no. What language did you talk to them? And she said, did you talk to them in what language? And then she said, they send me visions and messages I catch in my mind and have also received instruction in ancient languages. Then they said, what ancient languages? And she said, a form of old Sumerian language mixed with what? Anak. Anak. And then they said, Anak, what is that? Their language. They speak Anak, the language of the Anunnaki. So just like if you think of like the names in the scripture, just like, we're Hebrew, right? In Hebrew, it's called Abari, right? A descendant of Abar, who's a descendant of Shem. And if you sometimes the languages are named after certain tribes, just like the Egyptian language would be called the Matzraim language or Matzraim Lashon. So even here, the giants named their language after these descendants of the fallen. So these Indo-Europeans, family, are from the fallen seed, and they are the people the Most High said to wipe out, show no mercy to, show no mercy to, make no covenant with, don't marry them, don't do anything. And the reason why they're still here today and bringing so much chaos upon us is our forefathers failed to listen to the Most High.
Like we do today.
And we still do it today, yeah.
We're still doing it
today. And we cannot, family, we cannot be afraid to call these things out. We cannot be afraid to say that this is a sin. Because if we can call out every other wickedness that our people do, we should be able to, it should be the same thing with this. There's no sin greater than the other. In the Most High's eyes, it's all bad. And we've all been kind of programmed with this because they push the interracial marriages because white people are a minority population. If the Most High loved them, if the Most High cared about them, if the Most High made them, why do they have such low birth rates? But look at every other Black, Indigenous, African, Aboriginal, Australian, people with melanin in their skin. They all have, they don't have these low birth rates. But I notice it's only white people who are dying out. The Most High is judging them right now, and our people are helping them survive. So if mixing with them is a sin, and they have to mix with melanin to survive, that tells you everything. You shouldn't be doing that.
Right.
Yahuwah told Adam's seed, be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah.
They don't have that ability to do that because their judgment is here. And as a matter of fact, they have always been the minority. The Most High, even back in Germany, the Nazis were dealing with low birth rates even back then. So this is a people the Most High doesn't care about, doesn't love, and he has a written judgment for their people. This is why they want to get rid of immigrants. This is why they complain about immigrants, saying we're being invaded, we're becoming a minority. Their biggest fear is genetic annihilation, being completely just bred out, wiped out, and you know what I'm saying, being just gone. That's their biggest fear. White supremacy, racism, and everything else is this fear of black people, melanated people, and all of that becoming the majority and ruling everything. As we know is going to happen in the scripture.
And that's what's happening today. That we see this today in a different form. Now this young man is bringing the receipts to us, but there's still some of Yasharal so stubborn and whatever and stiff-necked that they have something to cast this here down just to keep what they got. That's the kind of people we are.
Our people have a proclivity for wickedness, no matter what form it is. I don't care if it's evil rap music. I don't care if it's songs about hurting your brother, you know, hating our women, bashing our sisters, you know, whatever it is. Our people seem to just love evil.
Yeah,
they
man.
just seem to love doing everything and doing what we want to do. And this is exactly why we're in the situations we're in now.
Right. Speak on that.
Exactly.
We put our will above the highest, as if he didn't give us these laws in Torah for our benefit.
Father, help us.
And then run around calling his name.
Yeah, we forget how much he loves us. We forget how much he cares about us. We forget how much he overthrew these very nations that we still want to marry and we still want to be with. Same thing with Amalek. Look at the Jewish people. Why we got a Jewish people problem? Saul was told to wipe them out.
Wipe them out.
Right.
He did not do that. He saved one of them alive, and look what they did. Now we got a problem with them people in power.
Yeah. And you know,
still in our identity on top of that.
Yeah, and you know, we was reading just like I say, our people need to get the rest of our books. All of them been tampered with, but if we really love Yahuwah, he will give you understanding and discernment between it. But even when what was the guys the two boys that went in and killed Chicum, Simeon and Levi.
Simeon,
of course, Simeon and Levi was telling them, if you get circumcised, we'll do this and give you our daughters, and y'all men, we can be one people, right? And but now we know that that Simeon, they were still going to kill him. That's why they wanted to get them circumcised, to get them so to dismantle them. Yeah. You know, and that's what they did.
They was going to get them because they had already defiled their little sister.
They had already defiled.
It was going to be a wrap.
Yeah, and then when you keep reading, I think that's in the book of Jasher, that these people, even though Chicum made that deal with them, it was still in Chicum's mind that not to hold true to that deal was to still go in there and kill all of Jacob and his descendants. You see how these people are? You see how they are? They was, okay, we'll make the deal just to get this girl and this here and then, we be one people. But it was still in them to take over, Sister Trudy.
Because that's how they are.
Because that's how they are. And
that's their nature.
And when we begin to state these facts and give these receipts, like Yak and Don and stuff, we still have something to say to come back with it. We just go ahead.
I want to show one more thing. Actually, I meant to show this a second ago. Just in case you don't believe me, that the so-called Indo-Europeans are from the fallen seed. Here, I got a piece of information to show you that these Hittites, Hivites, Jebusites, all of them connect back to these Indo-Europeans. So let me pull that up real quick and show you guys some more evidence, some more receipts.
I got a little something to do about that, Yak, but go ahead. You helping me now, though.
I'm helping you out, Barak Yahuwah, because it's important to understand who these people are so our people can understand, wait a minute, hold it. These are the people he said destroy. So look, right here. This is from Wikipedia, and it says, who were the Hittites? According to archaeology, as early as 1900 BCE, an Indo-European people. Look up the Horites. That's the Hurrians. All of these different. Your homework. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to turn into your teacher or nothing.
No. Come on. Hey, bring it, man. Bring it.
When
please.
you get an opportunity, go to the Bible dictionary and look up some of these tribes by name. Like, you know, you can go on Google or something and look up the Bible dictionary and look up these tribes and who they are today. Most of them point to Indo-Europeans.
Yeah.
All right. Including the
Yeah.
Hittites, Hivites, all of these different people groups. So there were some black Canaanites. Don't get me wrong. Like, you know, if you look at like the Khoisan people, you know, in South Africa, I believe South Africa is the land. I'm gonna be honest. I believe that's why they're so interested in the land, the resources over there. Shout out to our sister Suya, who I know she's in Africa, but
yeah,
South Africa. But that I believe that those Canaanites would be like the Khoisan people, the San people, you know what I'm saying? Those are the black Canaanites, but there were some white tribes who intermixed with those Canaanites, even though some of them are not descendants of Ham. Like you'll see like the Emim and the other tribes, and like, who are these? They're not descendants of Ham. They're not even mentioned in the Bible, but yet they were amongst these Canaanites. So there definitely was some intermixing for sure. But yeah.
Yeah.
You have it. You have it, and some of us are still going to deny. See, too many of us that just skim off the surface here. But you got to go into some deeper waters to find out this stuff. These people have been hiding this stuff for years. Years, and they've been knowing about it all the time. Now, I'm not saying that every last one of, you know, white people know about this stuff, but those high ups do.
Oh, they definitely do.
They do it, and they've been knowing it for years, and they want to take over.
And that's exactly why you're seeing this rise in Nazism, because I did a video on this on YouTube like a couple weeks ago, and I told Pastor about it a little bit. But in 1930s Germany, they were creating these Nephilim children, or they're trying to bring them back, because the reason what racism, as I said, it's about fear of genetic annihilation, but they believe that they descend from the bloodline of the gods, so-called gods, so to speak. These would be the fallen angels. These are the Nephilim, the men of renown. So when you look at like Thor, you look at these superhero movies, all this superhero stuff, all of this connects back to that. You know, Aquaman, that's Atlantis. That's you know, Triton. You know, they have like the, you know, like what is it, the Little Mermaid, and you know the Marine Kingdom,
the Triton.
Yes, the Trident. Yes. So the Marine Kingdom, all of these things go back to these individuals because they believe they come from those gods. That's why you look in Greek mythology, Roman mythology, those Titans, them is Nephilim.
Nephilim.
That's their gods. That's who they worship, and they believe they descend from them.
And then they have our kids all engulfed in it because they put it in the cartoon.
Yes.
And then our
made
children
baby dolls
worshiping.
like the Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yes. They had normalized. Yeah, the Cabbage Patch Kids were clones. So a lot of the white people of today, if you even go down that rabbit hole, the Cabbage Patch Kids were clones. So they have no soul. So they're not, you know what I'm saying? And so and these clones were sent into America, into the Western countries, and put into households. So it's like, I believe those children were of a certain bloodline. So, but they were all white though. So our children ain't got to worry about that. But the white people, a lot of them are mixed with these clone, you know what I'm saying, NPCs that were bred and created by man to create this perfect Aryan race. So yeah, it's deep.
So
I believe I met one. I was at the grocery store and I was telling my daughter, like, out of all days, you don't want to go in the grocery store with me. I met a strange couple, and they were so intrigued with me. Oh my God. And the way they talked, it was just like, it was weird. And the man grabbed my head, and his eyes were just like black, and he had no like separation of his head and his neck. It was like all joint in his skin, and he touched me, and it was like, I don't want to say slime, but it was a cold feeling, like a reptile feeling. He just kept saying, "Oh, there's something about you. Oh, you're so different. Oh, you're so beautiful." And then he was like, "Honey, look." And she was like, "Oh, yes." And it was just,
girl, I'm glad you got out of this state.
The strangest thing ever. And when he touched my hand, he was like, "Oh yeah." And his skin, he looked it like he could have been the Geico, the way his eyes were.
Reptilians,
He had no hair. It was just like, it was the weird, and his wife looked like she had on a wig. It was weird. And then the lady was like, "Oh, you know, you don't owe anything." And I'm like, "I don't owe nothing. Like, I just saw how much." It was weird. The atmosphere got weird.
And my daughter was like, "Why you look like you seen something you never seen before?" I said, "Cause I did."
Because I did.
Because I did, and it reminded me of the movie that they played in the '80s,
Wow.
late '80s, called The
Wow.
V People.
Mm-hmm.
V People.
I don't know your age, but Pastor might remember the movie V.
I remember that movie.
They came.
I remember that movie.
That's
Those
what
aliens.
he
Yeah.
reminded me of.
Yeah.
And oh,
Yeah. And but I got a question here. I'm gonna pose this question to you, Yax. It's coming from the comments there. They said, what about the train kids? And then they said they believe it was called orphan trains.
Orphan trains. Yeah. So I did talk about that as well. The orphan trains come from the incubator babies. So you had the Cabbage Patch Children, but you also had these incubator babies in like the early 1900s, 1800s in like Chicago. They had a World's Fair, and there were these children. I can show you. I got some of the images here. They had these children inside of these incubators, and they were advertising these children to a white audience. And like I said, these birth rate problems, this has been something they have been dealing with historically for a very, very, very long time. And I didn't realize how deep this was. But these children who are found on these orphan trains, I personally believe they are also clones. There's not a lot of, it's like, where are their parents? And it's like thousands and thousands of children. So let me show y'all some of these images here so you can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I believe that.
But yeah, I believe that they were from the incubator children that were advertised by that event in the World's Fair. So let me show you guys this real quick here.
Yeah, I believe that too, Aki, because I remember they used to show these like commercials. It was like black and white, and there would be like the male and the female, husband and wife, I guess, and they would be looking at all these kids. Some would be babies, some would be toddlers, and they were just like in a glass rooms. They would be like glass rooms, and they would be watching the kids, and oh, I like that one. They would make us think that it's just a little show, but my dad was like, "Y'all keep watching. They're telling the vision. They're telling you what's going on." And he just always keep watching that TV because that TV is going to tell the vision. It's going to tell what it is, and it's been in front of our faces all of our lives.
All this time, yeah, and it's such a deep topic that some people are just not really ready to like kind of expand their mind and understand. Like, there's just so much these people have lied about. There's so much that they're covering up, and they don't want people to be able to see or understand. Right? So we have to understand that there's a cover up going on here. There's things they don't want Black people to understand about the past, and that's why with this whole World's Fair thing and the incubator babies, they were literally like trying to hide the fact that this was going on, and the technology has been advanced and it's not in its infancy. So they were using this technology in Tartaria, which is like an old civilization, which is part of America, Japan. They had like anti-gravitational technology. They were able to generate free energy from the sky. All of this stuff comes back from the fallen angels, and the fact that Europeans boast so much and how they built civilizations and they've done this and they've done that, it's because they were the ones who were given this technology to be able to develop this stuff. So alchemy, weapon making, warfare, that is what they're experts in because they were given that information and that wisdom from these spiritual beings.
Woo! Receipts.
So believe it.
Receipts. And then you wonder why Yahuwah don't want you mixing? See, they people
contamination.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, I would say this to you guys. I'm at a point now where I used to kind of like be understanding to people who like don't know, and they're just like, oh, okay, well, what do I do? I'm like, I'm gonna tell you what you got to do, but you're not gonna like it. But I can look past it, right? But when I see people constantly, especially these biracials, constantly defending, marrying these other nations, they want to be in proximity to whiteness. I'm sorry, but I'm blocking you. I can't deal with that because there's too much in the scriptures to reveal that this is not something Yahuwah wants for us, right? And if we want to continue to ignore the scriptures and the problem is you're going to always be conflicted if you marry another nation. The reason being is because whenever something affects our people directly, You to keep your spouse appeased, you may not speak on it, you
Yeah.
may not condemn it, but see,
That's
we're
a
taught
miserable
to
way to be.
condemn wickedness.
Right. We're taught to condemn.
We are told to condemn it. We
Come
hold
on,
each other
come on.
accountable. So you ain't gonna say nothing because you don't want to hurt your white wife's feelings or your white husband's feelings. Oh, there's a problem there.
No.
They want you to bite your tongue and not say anything when it comes to your people.
The hell with that.
Yeah.
Mixing with other nations is polluting your seed, okay? If they are not, and it's like, I don't know what the problem is with some of our people. They have every excuse why they don't choose our people. Well, black men are this and black men are that, or black women are this, black women are that. I know our people in this nation have some things that they need to work on. We all do, myself included, right?
Come on.
But at the end of the day, I love my people as Yahuwah loves
Me too,
us.
man. Me too.
I love my people as Yahusha loved and gave his life for
yes.
his sheep.
Yes.
We need to practice that love for each other, treat each other with respect. You know what I'm saying? And choosing other nations is telling Yahuwah, you don't love your people, you don't love yourself, you don't love your nation, you have no commitment to him, you have no commitment to what he said. Okay, the feelings do not play into the scriptures at all. The Most High gave us the law, and we have to follow it if we really, really following him. Yahusha would also condemn these heathen marriages. He didn't do it in scripture, but if he was following Torah, he would have condemned it too.
Yak. Let me pose this here to you. This is asking, what if someone doesn't find out until decades after being with someone of a different color? What do you do then?
You would need to put them away, as it says in Ezra 9.
And that's why I was
they
about
had to
to
put
read.
away those strange wives. They had to put away those strange children. And it says, as according to the law. Let's look at that scripture.
Yeah, I'll pull it up on the screen. Unless you want to do it. You take it, man.
You said Ezra 9th chapter?
Yeah, we're gonna read Ezra 9 and 10 because those ones, I know there's so many other verses like Nehemiah and all of that, but I feel like those are the most definitive because it shows, it actually says it was breaking covenant with Alua. So when you see breaking covenant, that would be sins, family. That would be a sin.
Right.
Go ahead. You can put
I'm
it
gonna pull it
up
up in the Septuagint.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, Ezra.
My people perish for the lack of knowledge.
Yes, yes, indeed. All right, so look, we're gonna go to Ezra. We're gonna read 9 and 10. And again, this is not to bash our people or make our people, feel ashamed or anything like that. I'm sharing this and I'm coming on here and telling you this because I want our people to follow what the scriptures say and not put our own feelings into it. When we put our own feelings into it, the devil can lead us any way he wants us to go.
He can.
Bad emotions. Those emotions.
All right, so Ezra, we're going to read Ezra 9 and 10. So let's go there. Start here, Ezra 9. Can y'all see my screen?
Yeah.
Yep.
Rocky.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's read this. It says, mixed marriages. And when these things were finished, the princes drew near to me, saying, the people of Yasharal and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands in their abominations. The Canaanite, Ethite, Perizzite, Jebusite, Ammonite, Moabite, Maserite, Amorite. Now look at. Notice how there are certain nations mentioned here that are not mentioned in Deuteronomy 7.
Come on now.
Right.
And that's
You don't see the Maserite. What the heck is a Maserite? That's probably your first time ever seeing that. What is a Moabite? That wasn't mentioned in Deuteronomy 7. The Ethite's not mentioned in Deuteronomy 7. So when our people say, but there's only 7 nations, he meant all of them. You really think the Most High is about to name every single nation that was on the earth at the time? No. Definitely not.
Right.
But I just want y'all to peep game on that because there's other nations not mentioned in Deuteronomy 7 that he also said
And
was
some of them combine
and let
themselves.
me say this right here before you continue, Yak. I believe that's 11 what is talked about Ruth was a Moabite. I'm telling you now. Straight
I
up
believe it is 11 too, because a Moabite shall not enter into the assembly.
Right.
And that Moab territory, that was given to some of the tribes.
It was given to Yehuda.
Yeah.
Yehuda, right?
Yeah.
So it was given to some of the tribes, and in order for that to happen, they had to drive out the men, women, children, and the unclean Moabites, right? So if Yahuwah had us drive and kill their men, women, and children, how the heck was there still a Moabite?
Come on now. Come on.
Right.
Just because I'm in America, you might call me an American, but my nationality is Yasharal.
Come on. Our people need to discern.
So just because someone's in a area doesn't necessarily make them ethnically that.
Right.
Okay. So look, let's continue reading. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves and their sons, and the holy seed, has passed among the nations of the land, and the hands of the rulers have been first in this what?
Transgression. Transgression.
I could stop right there, but let's keep going.
Please.
And when I heard these things, I rent my garments and trembled and plucked some of the hairs on my head and my beard and sat down mourning. So Ezra the prophet
got mad as hell.
So grieved by this.
That's how we're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's Israelite. That's the Israelite way. The Israelite way is to be questioning why are you with another nation? Like I just saw one of my
astonished.
I just saw one of my Akeem, bro, and I just saw him talk about he's engaged to a non-black woman. Are y'all like our people ain't listening?
We're not listening.
And he follows me. He watches my videos. He knows how I feel about this sin and marrying these other nations. And yet here he is married to a non-black woman or engaged to a non-black woman. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
They don't think you. They don't think you're supposed to charge them. They don't think that you're supposed to confront them. You're a family. This family business.
Right.
Well, they'll say, get out of my business. Get out of my business. No, this is family business. You claiming Yasharal, aren't you?
I mean, you're going to put it out there. You think we're not going to say nothing? How we walking in righteousness if we can't correct? Nobody's above reproof. I'm not above reproof. You're not above it. Come on now.
You're not above it.
Right.
You're not above it.
Even Abraham sent his servant to his kinship, which was that was of the tribe for Isaac. And people don't understand. He didn't go to other nations. He went within the kinship, which is in the tribe.
Yes.
Man, something wrong.
All right, so let's keep going.
Yeah.
And at the evening sacrifice, I rose up from my humiliation. So Ezra was humiliated. He was not taking these strange wives.
Right.
He was humiliated on behalf of the nation itself.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing these Negro Israelites with other nations. All right.
Come on.
So it says, I rose up from my humiliation when I rent my garments, and I trembled and I bowed myself on knees and spread out my hands to Yahuwah and said, "Oh Yahuwah, I am ashamed and confounded. Oh, my Alua, lift up my face to you for our transgressions." There it is again. Have abounded over our head, and our trespasses have increased even to heaven. From the days of our fathers, see, this has always been a problem, especially with the southern kingdom, Judah and Levi. You know what I'm saying? They constantly went after strange women. It was other nations, it was other tribes too, but specifically the southern kingdom had a bad problem with this. From the days of our fathers, we have been in great trespass until this day. And because of our iniquities, we and our kings and our children have been delivered into the hand of the king of the Gentiles by the sword and by captivity. Wait a minute. So this is one of the sins that got us in slavery in the first place.
Come on.
In the first place, y'all. And this is what I'm saying. Do we want to still be in captivity, or do we want to be restored? I want us to be restored. We've dealt with enough as it is already, family.
We're gonna keep reading here. I'm answering a comment. You're gonna get your answer in a minute, Shapiro, because he also asking, and they now have several kids. Ezra gonna address that too. Just go on,
Hey.
I know he was convicted when he was saying that to you.
Yeah, he definitely was, Aki.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to get to the children thing because that's going to be the part you may not like to hear, but I'm only bringing it out. What you do with that information, that's totally on you. So we're going to skip ahead, all right?
Yeah.
So starting from verse 12, Ezra 9 still. And now give not your daughters to their sons. Take not their daughters for your sons. Neither shall you seek their peace or their good forever. Okay? So people say, hey, I'm praying for their destruction. Obviously, right here, we were also told not to seek their peace, not their shalom.
Not to seek it.
Why? That you may be strong and eat the good of the land and transmit it as an inheritance to your children forever. So having mixed children destroys your inheritance.
Wait, that's deep. Wow.
Because they're not of the tribes. They're not of the tribes. They don't have any Israel. You might be an Israelite, but you might have a mixed child, but you are destroying your inheritance to your seed because that seed is supposed to be the Israelites. And how can it be passed down if you've already broken covenant with Yahuwah by having children with them?
Come on, man.
This is a dangerous thing to do.
I'm telling you. And then our people. Listen to me. Listen.
Other nations.
Yeah, listen. And then and all this is in our Torah, and our people is fighting us when we confront them. They confront us, saying all this crap all over social media.
And the beauty of it is you can fix this. It's not too late. It's not too late. I mean, I know it might be a hardship, and we're going to keep reading because you're going to see it was hard for some of them to do this, right? So I want you to understand that our forefathers felt that same, like, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? And it was difficult for them to do it, but they had to do it according to the Torah. And we'll get to the Torah in a second. So let's keep reading. And after that was come up on us because of our what? Evil deeds. So this is considered an evil deed.
Yes.
And our great trespass, it is clear that there is none such as our Alua and has lightly visited our iniquities and given us deliverance. Whereas we have what? Repeatedly broken your commandments and intermarried with the people of the land. So, family, are we in agreement that breaking commandments is sin?
It's sin.
We're
in agreement. It's sin.
Barak Yahuwah. Be not very angry with us to our utter destruction, so that there should be no remnant or escaping one. O Yahuwah, Alu of Yasharal, you are righteous, for we remain yet escaped as this day. Behold, we are before you in our trespasses, and we cannot stand before you on this account. So now they are admitting we've done wrong, right? They felt the conviction, and they're praying he won't destroy them. Because one thing in the Torah, it also says is that when you married other nations, you would bring a plague upon the whole nation. So all of us had to pay for your mistake.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. I'm not willing.
I don't want that either. I'm good.
Come on.
I ain't got nothing to do with it.
All right. Continue.
So let's keep going because now we're going to understand how to deal with this according to Torah. So everybody who is in one of these, I want you to pay attention to chapter 10 in regards to Ezra and how this is to be done. Okay? We're going to look at it.
So chapter 10 is telling how to correct it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Let's go there.
Okay,
let's
I
go
just
there.
want to write this.
Y'all let him read. Y'all let him read. Come on, yeah.
Ezra 10, and this is reconciliation with the Lua when you have broken this covenant with them in regards to marrying the strange nations. Ezra 10:1. So when Ezra had prayed and when he had confessed, weeping and praying before the house of Elua, a very great assembly of Yasharal came together with him, men and women and youths, for the people wept and wept aloud. And Zechariah, the son of Jaal, the sons of Elam, answered and said to Ezra, there it is again. We have broken covenant with our Elua and have taken strange wives of the nations of the land. Yet now there is patience of hope to Israel concerning this thing. Now then, let us make a covenant with our Elua. So if you broken covenant, you have to come back in the covenant. You got to be regrafted in again. That's what I'm saying. The grafting in is for the broken branches of the Israelites who went astray.
Yes.
Thank you.
So that means if you broke covenant with him, you got to come back into that covenant.
You got to be regrafted.
You got to reimmerse back into that covenant again. All right. And that's what they're saying right here. Let us make covenant with our Lua to put away the wives and what? And their offspring. And their offspring. As you shall advise.
Now,
this is how it's done according to the Torah.
Let me ask this question real quick, Yak. Let me ask this question to Yasharal. Do you love Yahuwah now? I mean, I'm just putting it in your face because you got
to go without saying, but you know.
It should go without saying, but so many of our people are in this. They're listening. Do you love Yahuwah now like you've said you love him, since you know you got to give up these bastard children and stuff? And the wife.
I don't have no children.
Can you do it?
Right.
Yeah. And you got to understand that the law is still the law.
I'm talking about those that is in this situation right here. Or you going to hold up for what you're in instead of following Yahuwah. Because if you're going to hold up for what you're in, I kick the dust off my feet against you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kick the dust off my feet against you.
Absolutely.
So continue. Let him continue.
You got a question, Hawk?
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out. It's like you and second Ezra. I was saying like you and.
No. This is not second.
No,
Ezra.
this is just Ezra.
This is regular Ezra.
Oh, okay.
The only one they gave us in the KGV. The only one they gave us in the KGV. We know we got more.
Right. They didn't give us a second Ezra.
They didn't give us the second one.
Oh, I'm in third. I'm gonna go to second then.
No,
not second.
You
gotta go to the regular Ezra in the Old Testament. It's in the Old Testament.
Oh,
Ezra.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So verse 4: Arise and alarm them with the commands of our Elua, and let it be done what according to the law, the Torah.
Come on.
Rise up, for the matter is upon you, and we are with you. Be strong. Okay. So it's a difficult situation, but you got to be strong. and do as it says. Be strong and do. So put away those children, put away that woman. Now, how Moses did it is he sent the children and the woman back to the woman's father's house. Okay. Now, I know some people might be more concerned about being considered a deadbeat or something because, you know, you kind of turning your back on, you know, these children and all that. But there's a righteous reason. All right. There's a righteous reason for this on behalf of the Alua. And that's what you have to factor into all of this. Right.
Yeah. Let me y'all excuse me for a minute. I got to make an important phone call. My wife called me. And Yak, just carry on, please. Thank you.
All right, Pastor. Appreciate you. All right, so according to the law, rise up, for the matter is upon you, and we are with you. Be strong and do. Then Ezra rose and caused the rulers, the priests, and the Levites, and all Israel to swear that they would do according to his word, and they swore. All right, so we can see here that, you know what I'm saying, this was something that had to be corrected according to the law. And we'll stop there. But I want to show you guys all of these different names of these children who did this. Look at all these names. All of them took strange wives. And these were found some of the sons of the priest who had taken strange wives of the sons of Yahusha, the son of Josadak, Messiah, Eleazar, Jerab, Uriah. And you look and you can see all these names. All of them had did this. The Most High made sure to keep a name of all of these Israelites who had done this. All of these had taken strange wives and had begotten sons of them. Yeah.
And there's a question here. Can children cleave Yasharal?
I'm sorry, say it again.
The question is, can the children cleave?
Yeah, can the children cleave to Yasharal?
Can the children cleave to Yasharal? They definitely can. They definitely can. They absolutely can. I mean, just because they're mixed, you know what I'm saying, doesn't mean that they're wicked or they're evil. They were just born of a sinful union, but they definitely can cleave. I'm not saying that they can't. Now, if they're the fallen seed or, you know, the Indo-Europeans, I personally believe destruction is only coming to so-called white people. So I can't tell you in regards to that. But,
yeah,
I mean, I would just say, serve Yahuwah with fear and trembling, but I just believe that the so-called white people are going to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But, yeah.
Hey,
I got go ahead.
Yo, shalom, Yexer.
Shalom, Mark.
I know we talked about this like multiple times before. So where are you basically getting at, or what we looking at is basically just the manner of humanity when it comes to these people. You know what I'm saying? That's basically where you're hitting at. It's not really as a means of, I know it's not from a place of hate or anything. It's just as the means of humanity and what happened with the giants and, you know, concerning the fallen.
So I'm trying to understand what you're asking specifically.
So I'm saying, like, basically where you hitting at is just a sense of humanity, because I did see like a study where, you know, most other nations, some of them are not all the way Homo sapien or human, as opposed to what has been presented. Like, that's basically where you're hitting at, is just a sense of their humanity and where they came from.
Right. So there's two types of man in the Bible. There is man who are descendants of Adam, and then there's also mankind who are children who are connected to the Cainitic bloodline. The Cainitic bloodline connects to Esau, it connects to the Raphaim, it connects to all these other groups of people. Now, if you read Isaiah 14, it literally mentions destruction and wiping out of these so-called children of Lucifer, is how it's defined in scripture. If you look at that verse, it literally says they will be wiped out. When you think about all the things that these people have done, it would only make sense that with all the destruction they've brought on this earth, to the animals, to the plants, to, you know, humanity, they have to be wiped out. There would be no reason the Most High would allow the fallen seed into the kingdom to corrupt and bring sin back again. Because most of the things we do as black people, so-called black people, is based off the influence that the Ashkenazi, you know what I'm saying, the white people push on us through the media. So these people have not only influenced us into wickedness, but even these other Adamic people like Ethiopians, you know, some of the other Hamitic Africans, Aboriginal Australians, Dravidian Indians, all these people who are created by Yahuwah have also been colonized, wiped out by these same people. So the only way for righteousness to be restored is for the wicked children of Lucifer. See, they talk about Lucifer a lot in Christianity, but they never tell you who his children are and that he has children, right? His children taught us Christian.
Right.
Children
taught us. And I'm sorry.
And I see you Brandy Yahuwah Woodruff. She said, I truly repent, because she was married for 24 years. I truly repent. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, guys. When you get the right information, don't kick against it. Don't kick against the Torah. I mean, you show your lack of love for Yahuwah when you have the right information. You see it in the Torah. Because I'm telling you, man, we've been catching hell from these people.
And listen, like I said, bro, I have dated outside my race before, bro.
Yeah.
And it didn't last long, honestly. But the truth of the matter is, I did not know what the Torah said. I didn't come into this understanding. I had to seek Yahuwah. And it's so interesting because when I was with her at the time, I started understanding a little bit more about these fallen bloodlines and you know what I'm saying, the Horites and stuff like that. And I started to realize how uncomfortable she got when I was watching it. And then she'd be like, "Does this mean you're gonna leave me?" I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to. If it's a sin, I can't do it. So she wanted me to turn my back on the Yahuwah to make her feel good. This is what I'm talking about, family. We cannot allow this. We cannot allow this. We got to put our foot down. And I repented to Yahuwah, even though I never slept with her, nothing like that. We just dated for like a few months or whatever. But I just saw this ain't for me, bro. I'm too pro-black. She got a problem with everything black I talk about, bro.
I see you, Jemima.
So okay. I had to experience it firsthand, but I just noticed how uncomfortable. And it's so interesting because Yahuwah, he was opening my eyes while I was in that relationship about the fallen seed. And I noticed how uncomfortable she got. And, she was like, "Oh, like my dad is he has red hair." And I came to find out she has that bloodline. She is RH negative. She has that bloodline of the fallen seed. And she didn't want me to know that because I was watching Watchmen Reports and he was talking about this fallen bloodline. And I was like, wow, bro, it all makes sense. Okay. So when I came into this understanding, she started acting very different towards me. And she's like, "I'm a daughter of the king. I can be here." You know what I'm saying? She started kind of trying to put herself, exalt herself above me because I'm a full-on Israelite. And I just realized these people are wicked and they have no problem lying to your face, calling you brother, calling you sister. And I'm calling names out because I ain't got no issue with it. You feel me? I ain't got no proximity to these people.
Come on.
So Julie Robbins was talking
Come
about
on.
me, you know what I'm saying? And all y'all talking down on Pastor Page because he's telling you what the scriptures say. The devil is a liar. Some of y'all children of Lucifer are so wicked. You want to sit here and tear down our brother. You can tear me down all you want, homie. I know the scriptures. I know the scriptures. You tear me down.
Come on.
Julie Robbins, I know you was talking bad about me because you want to stand up for Jeremy because he's a bastard with a child of Lucifer, want to have children with them. His children ain't full black. Stop talking about being Israel. You hate yourself.
I'm telling you.
Exactly.
I'm telling you. Hate yourself.
You hate yourself. That's why you don't want to marry. And I get it. You may not know that you may be mixed, whatever. It is what it is. But to go and marry, to go after the whitey again, you love whiteness.
Mm-hmm.
You have already chosen a side, and you are not on the side of Yahuwah.
You're not. You're not.
Our people cannot be scared to say the truth.
Right.
Yahuwah warned us not to intermingle with these other nations.
Yes.
And just like
because he loves us.
And just like
as it may sound, as tender as they may look,
well, the fact that you don't have no understanding of that.
And just like the one you called out, also Julie Robbins, a straight out Jezebel. I've had personal dealing with her. She used to come to the assembly down here. She's a white girl, and straight up Jezebel. She donated $700 to the Nigerian mission that we got going on. But after that, she thought that she's gonna take over Word of Freedom. You see,
take over
and,
spirit.
and, I, and,
Look, she
and,
was,
and,
hey, look, she was coming on my lives and she's all talking because it's my audience is mostly Israelites, bro. White people can't stand me, right? So she was all in my chat while I'm trying to teach a lesson to our people, talking to our people, giving all these, I love y'all so much. Meanwhile, you backbiting, running your mouth about me behind my back.
That's
and
right.
I shout out to the pastor. He told me, he warned me about her, so I kind of like was paying attention. But this is what they do, and she supported me several times. See, a lot of them support us as Israelites because they think it's not because they do it out the kindness of their heart. It's because they think that they're gonna avoid judgment. If they think that they're gonna hide behind helping us out, like they still ain't got a price to pay.
Yeah, they can hide in the mountain, and the mountain will fall on you.
Yeah, man. But that's what she thought she was. That's what she thought. She thought she was gonna take over Word of Freedom and start saying things. I said, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, little white gal. You don't have a clue on who you dealing with now. You don't have a clue of who you dealing with now. And I meant it. And she just skipped a little white self on out of there. You know,
and the thing is, I was dealing with Jeremy at one point, but I just saw how much he tap danced and doing the Sambo shuffle, and I just can't rock with that. But biracial children don't like me, and I can't really connect with biracial people because I'm not biracial.
Now look,
both my parents were black.
Now look, you think the man is low down for saying that? You think this man is mean for saying that? And he just stated, and he just only thing he's doing is stating facts and what it is. But we're just still so Christian minded. Still so Christian minded, and just telling you like it is.
I said, it's only so you are able to come to that understanding and correct it. If I wasn't saying anything at all, like, okay, just do you, whatever, you know what I'm saying? We're all one in Yahusha, then I'm lying to you and I'm going against the Most High, and I have to suffer because I know what the scriptures say. I know it's a sin, and me being permissible about it, that's me justifying you sinning against the Most High. I can't do that.
That's right.
That's probably,
you might as well play into the same thing they doing.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah,
that's
man.
Proverbs 14:12. It seems like what it's gonna lead you to death if you try to go outside the law.
Yeah, and we gotta always look at things from the perspective of the law and the Torah. That is the standard of righteousness the Most High gave us. And listen, we're all trying to get ourselves right with the highest. We are all trying to walk in truth and walk straight, and walk the straight and narrow. And we all have things we have to work on. But listen, coming into this truth, there will be sacrifices that have to be made. There will be things you have to give. I have to give up so much. I have to give up so much stuff, bro, to serve Yahuwah in truth. Every one of us has. I'm sure we all have testimonies of sacrifices we had to make to walk more in alignment with the Torah. This should be no different.
Come on.
I need to acknowledge him in all my ways because I refuse not to want to be a Hosea 4:6.
Yeah.
I don't want to perish for a lack of knowledge, a lack of the knowledge, a lack of what knowledge? The knowledge of Yahuwah. I don't want to be a perish because of that.
And listen, let me say this too. Also, when I talk about mixing, it's not just mixing, because this is another thing our people don't think about, but I know it's popular in our community. Mixing is all types of mixing. All right. I know some of our people like to do dog breeding. That is also a sin. Okay. Because you are mixing something and with another creature. This is all fallen stuff, fallen fallen concepts. Because when you're mixing dogs or breeding dogs and mixing dogs with another type of dog, that is a sin because you are corrupting creation. The beauty of I always tell people this. The reason why you're not supposed to mix is because Yahuwah, his creation is so beautiful. He made everything distinct. Right? He made the blue jay. He made the red robin. He made, the cheetah and the leopard and the lion, right? But they don't naturally breed with each other because it's out of order of his creation for everything to be distinct. So when you mix it and you blend it together, you are corrupting his creation. That's why I said you can't even mix your seeds. You can't even mix your cattle. They have to be separate.
You know what?
So that applies to so many things, not even just marriages, but just in general.
Right.
That's the same thing that the giant.
Yeah.
That's the same thing that that's why Yahuwah flooded creation, because there was the bloodline was tainted. They was trying to taint the bloodline.
Right. Let me.
Those Nephilim were created because they were trying to stop Hamashiach from being born by corrupting every bloodline.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's why Cain, the enemy had Cain to kill Abel, because trying to stop that seed of Adam from coming in there and bruising his head, destroy him. Let me go to one of my guests here, Jemima. You got questions or comments?
Yeah, shalom.
Shalom.
Just want to ask a little question and get understanding.
Okay.
Because the Torah said there are some laws we will not hold outside of the land. When it comes to, I want to know when it comes to putting away your children, because you are giving birth to a lot of children before coming to know yourself as an Israelite. And we know that the days we are living in, abandoning the children are the government, or is the government not going to embarrass you because of that? Maybe I think putting away your wife is necessary. You can leave the wife, but the children, and further, we can hold that law outside of the land because we are not in the land. Can we hold that law that they will not be embarrassing for us while having children before recognizing yourself as an Israelite?
Yeah. Okay. Yak or whoever want to answer that question.
So I mentioned this, shalom, sister. I don't know when you came in, but shalom to you.
She's been in.
So I did talk about this in Ezra.
I've been here ever since.
Okay, no worries. In Ezra 9 and 10, this is mentioned as something that is very, very difficult to do. And I understand that some people may look at it that way, like, wait, putting away my children. I've raised these children from when they were little. I've been with this other nation since, however long I've been with them. That could seem like a very, very embarrassing thing to do, and you could be looked at as a deadbeat or something of that nature. But listen, we cannot care about what man thinks. It's about what the highest thinks, because we have to always answer to him at the end of the day. And I'll take the shame of men, but the glory of Yahuwah, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really about we are all in this walk together because it's about serving Yahuwah and not serving man. And we cannot care about what people say if it's something Yahuwah wants us to do, because now everybody's going to understand, because everybody don't follow Yahuwah. But there's a righteous reason as to why a person would divorce or separate from these other nations. It's not because you're trying to be evil. It's not because you're trying to be wicked. It's because you're trying to be righteous.
Ooh.
But to the non-Israelite, it seems like wickedness because they don't understand. We are called to. I can't speak for everybody else, but we are called to do this.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Yes. I'm not saying that to get rid of the foreign wife, because the Torah also says that there are some things we cannot hold outside of the land. Like, for example, the scripture says if a man caught raping, they should kill them immediately. But right now, if a man be caught raping, you will not kill them. They have to send them to jail. If somebody kills them, human right will come in. So how can we reconcile this now? Because scripture saying that the Torah itself say we cannot do everything outside of the land. When we are in the land, we can hold that. But to put away your children, we know that you can put away your wife.
Let me say this.
Say, I don't want the woman, you will divorce the wife, yes. But the government of this world is not going to allow you to abandon the children.
Yes, they will. That's what they want anyway. Let me say this here, Yak. Let me say this here first, and then I'm gonna let you go on. Concerning like you said, you said something about raping someone, and if the man is caught raping a woman, he's supposed to kill him, and this here and that. There are some. That's what our Torah says to do. There are some laws you can't do now, but there are some that you can in the lands of our captivity. That's just like that you can put away that wife. Now, this may sound cruel, but you got orphanages for them children. I don't want them no more. And they got all of that. I don't know about where you are, but they have that kind of stuff here. So, but stuff can be done. But now, whether we and just like he stated, when he began to read Ezra there, this stuff gonna be hard to do. This stuff gonna be hard to do. But how much do you love Yahuwah? People gonna look at you as cruel, but that's where you got to not care about what people think. This is for Yahuwah. See, that holds us back a lot too. We are still too caring about what someone think or feel about us.
Yeah,
that's why we can't be great. That's the reason we can't be ministers of this thing like we need to be too, because we are still too concerned about what somebody care or think about us. Yahuwah can't use you if you care about. Yahuwah have told you to go and tell Aki Isaac this is going to happen, but you too concerned on how Aki Isaac gonna look at you, so it causes you to disobey Yahuwah because you care about. Go ahead.
I want to say this too. when we read Ezra, I think it's important to also note that this was during a time of coming out of captivity. So just as many of us here in captivity have, or not, some of us have married other nations, right, that are not Israelite, they came from Babylon having intermixed with other nations. So what I'm saying is, even if you think like, okay, well, I can't, we're not in the land, so how can this apply? We were given these insights into the scripture so we won't make the same mistakes as our forefathers. And as I said, I know a lot of us did not notice. We woke up, whenever we woke up, so we didn't understand all of this. But it's important for us to learn from the mistakes of our forefathers. So if the scriptures are clear, you're gonna have to really come into that place of strength and say, this is what I must do to walk in accordance with Yahuwah. Because when we go in the wilderness, I do not believe you're going to be able to bring these strange people with you. I just don't believe that at all, because it wasn't like that before. So, I mean, that's just something you're going to have to pray about, and how you're going to go about doing it, because it's different when it's a woman. A woman can't put a husband away.
Right. Let me get you to explain this to the people, Yak, because someone is just like you said, when we go into the wilderness or whatever. Yasharal had a mixed multitude coming out with them out from Egyptian. Please explain that about this mixed multitude.
So this mixed multitude would have been,
I got a hand up too. I see
individuals who saw the power of Yahuwah, and they were scared straight, and they was like, okay, we're gonna go with them because we seen what he's done to the Egyptians. However, the mixed multitude were extremely wicked. Yeah. So all of y'all nations out here talking about, but there was a mixed multitude. That was the same mixed multitude telling our people to want to go back to Egypt. He bringing us out to kill us. And as a matter of fact, they didn't even stay with us when the Torah was given. They left us behind. All right. So these people were only doing it, just as I said, for self-preservation. All right. When the Torah was given and the righteousness was given, and they were strangers, so they had to follow the Torah. They didn't want nothing to do with it, and they left us behind. So the mixed multitude were actually a wicked people that were enticing the children of Yasharal to groan and murmur against the Most High. They were provocateurs.
Okay, I got a hand up. Come on, Yeshai.
Okay. I just wanted to say it. I appreciate you having me on. And okay. I stand with what the scriptures say, and I understand, what was brought out. And I'm in agreement with it, because I understand, about the fallen and what's going on, and I understand certain things have been like taken out.
Yes.
And added to, So I just wanted to say, thank you for having me on.
No problem, Mark.
I look forward to talking to you further, Elder. So
yes.
Also Yexer too, I know we ain't talked in a while, but much love, Ak, and I would love to speak to you as well soon. So I appreciate y'all having me on. I just gotta go handle some business, but
understandable, Aki.
Yeah.
All right, young Aki. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Shalom, family.
Shalom,
Rock
shalom to you. Rock Yahuwah.
Shalom,
Okay. Any more questions or comments here? Oh, Yak, you want to continue with this? Come on. Sister Sue. Oh, you had your hand up. Okay. She gone now, is she? She'll call back. I think she got disconnected. Yeah, I seen that hand, and man, I
got a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, when we I know. Okay, our people, who are considered our people? The Mexicans. I need to
Afro.
So it's
Afro
Mexicans. Mexican.
Afro Hispanics, Afro Peruvians, Afro Guyanese, Jamaicans, all the Negroes. Okay, all 12 tribes were Negroes. Okay, or Bantu. Bantu is another word for Negro. They use that sometimes, but they are all Negroes. We all look like each other. Now, don't get me wrong. There could be some mixed people out there, but for the most part, we are all Negroes. So, and like I said, bro, like, I tell our people sometimes that you have to consider that we have been scattered everywhere. So you have Negroes in Yemen, you have Negroes in Japan, Asia, all of that. So our people look like us. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna know that they're a Negro when you deal with them. Unfortunately, the 12 tribes chart is a lie, and they're teaching Native Americans are our people. you know, the white Hispanics are our people, but they're not. They're different people than we are. Meanwhile, they do not acknowledge our people in the islands. They do not acknowledge our people in the Caribbeans or in Africa or wherever else they might be. So I would say, Ak, when you're trying to understand this a little bit more, I would look into the Bantu expansion. All right, so you can get a little bit more understanding of who our people actually are and how they connect to the prophecies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Su Yahoo, we got you back, and I know you had your hand up for a while, so we're gonna go with you right now. Su Yahoo.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to say, with regard to what Jemima said, you know, taking away of the children and the laws, not certain laws not being applied since we are in the land of captivity. But we must also remember Yahuwah's judgment still stands, whether we are in our land or in the land of our captivity. You know, I mean, just look at what is happening with these people that are intermarrying. Even though the laws were given here, saying that if we're going to be in our land, this is the laws that was given. We are in the land of our captivities, but judgment is still upon them. Look at how many people are dying. How many of our Yasharalites are dying because them intermarrying the white people? You know, it's judgment of Yahuwah, and we don't see that. So I just wanted to say that we must remember that the judgment of Yahuwah still stands. His law still stands, so his judgment still stands.
Yeah.
And actually, I wanted to add on to that real quick. What our people need to also understand is that when it comes to going after them, there is a power dynamic that they wield over you, whether you are male or whether you are female. The reason being is that a lot of them understand that they are able to use this system against you at any point. And how many stories do you hear of, you know, and on top of that, when you are around them and you are, you know, so connected to them, eventually they will lead you to do the most disgusting, most heathenistic stuff. I saw this black woman on TikTok, beautiful black woman, bro, sitting there eating with the dogs out of a dog bowl. The
I saw
white
that.
man, you know what I'm saying, handing the
I
dogs.
saw
She's
that.
sitting down eating with the dogs.
Yeah,
you will start to do their filthy, disgusting, heathenistic habits, laying with them, being with them to appease them. They do slave play, all types of stuff. Why would you want to embarrass yourself like that, family? Be with somebody who understands your plight, who understands and suffered the curses of Deuteronomy 28 just as much as you. The only person who understands me is the black woman. The only person who understands you as a black woman is the black man. So, I mean,
that's right.
And that's the type of stuff you see is our people doing all these different things that we don't do, start doing so-called white people stuff because we done been around them and they done got in our minds and they try to assimilate you to see how much they can control you. It's the same thing we see with jobs. You know, there's always that white person that's jealous of you, treat you a certain type of way, trying to get you fired because they trying to, you know, collude with the boss to get you, you know, get you, you know, canned. So we have to always think about these different things because chances are they're going to attach to their culture more than they attach to yours. And I've even seen in some of these interracial relationships, they trying to change the Torah, trying to tell you it's not a sin to marry them. That's the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar.
Let me. I was looking.
They can't bend what's been written. And Yahuwah says, "Curses the person who put his trust in and put their trust in man." So we can't mix with the other nations, man. He won't allow it.
We're waking up to it because we didn't know. You know, we trusted in everything that they said, everything that they taught us because we didn't know, and that was all prophesied also in Deuteronomy 28 that we was gonna, you know, give 10 to the other nations. We were gonna serve their Elohims and, you know, wood and stone and all that, but we didn't know. But we also was given a promise at the end of that book that he was going to wake us up in the lands of our captivity. And then we were going to turn back to our Torah, and then we were going to serve him, you know, and there's a lot of resistance in doing that, even in the so-called awakened ones, like the Jeremy Violato, you know, he saying he's awakened, but there's still a problem in turning back to the Torah. The Torah is not a buffet. You don't get to choose the part that you like, and that's what you live by. You have to eat the whole scroll.
The Most High He is not like, Burger King. You cannot have him your way.
You cannot.
Okay, I mean,
you can't have it your way.
You can't have him your way. All right, he doesn't change. He will never change.
Yeah.
We need to change to please him, and not try to change him to please us. Come on, somebody.
Doing.
Right. Yeah, because he is the Lord. He changed not.
Yeah.
Right.
So, man, I tell you, I think that this has been a wonderful discussion. Chris, all praise to Yahuwah for sharing with yours. Aki Yak, all praise to Yahuwah for you coming on here sharing with us.
Share and subscribe.
And
all esteem to the highest. Appreciate it.
Yeah, y'all like, share,
and subscribe.
And subscribe to both of these YouTube channels. They just do away with Yak so much on Facebook. But
bro,
we're gonna stay there.
Like, I don't know what account. This is like account number 6, I think, at this point. Listen, y'all. They don't like, because see, look, y'all know me, bro. Y'all know I speak unapologetically.
Yeah.
They know what I'm saying is the truth, and because they can't fight it, they just try to remove me altogether.
Yeah.
All right. So if I'm not telling the truth, bro, why all this persecution? I'm just saying, okay, Brock, you
and look at here, I'm gonna stand with you in this gap, whatever. If you got to use this platform, see, a lot of us, because of his stance with Facebook and all this kind of stuff, a lot of us won't even be willing to give him a chance to even begin to voice some stuff on Facebook. Because we don't want to have, we are ashamed. Just like when Timothy, when Sheol was in prison, he said, "Don't be ashamed of my bond. I'm here for you." And when they ban you, if you need, because I don't care if they ban me or not. I don't care. That's one of the reasons why I'm trying to build a private Zoom meeting so we can still connect and minister to our people. But we're slow about that. I mean, sometimes we just don't want to be ministered to, because they're going to ban you. Because some stuff that we're going to have to bring down the line, as Yasharal, call me when you get done. Okay. Some stuff that we're going to have to bring down the line concerning Yasharal, then they're going to ban you. You got me? Because they
definitely will.
This is the heathens platform.
Facebook jail, I think.
Yeah. This is the. I don't. If they send me something about me in jail, my son gonna have to tell me, because I ain't gonna know when I'm in jail or out of jail. So I just keep.
You will know. You will know. They send me a thing to me all the time.
I will know.
That content we put out is not with our guidelines.
Yeah.
And listen, let me tell y'all, they are using AI. All right, especially with me, and I figured this out. What they're doing is, they are tracking your talking patterns and how you speak. So now that I'm on Facebook again, I have to talk in code. I can't say like all esteem to the highest like I normally do, because they learned using AI. They use AI. They train the AI to build a profile on you. So they know how you talk. They know the words you use. They know your memes. They know all of that. So just be careful, you know what I'm saying, when you're online and what you say. I'm not saying don't speak the truth, but just understand there are AI systems, AI integration, taking notes of what the Israelites are talking about, what we on. They, y'all know they paying attention to us.
Yeah.
We're the talk of the town.
We're the talk of the town now, but instead we're the talk of the world. So let me see.
Straight up.
Secure crazy.
So they definitely watching us. So y'all just understand that. You know what I mean? Don't stop speaking the truth, though. Never stop speaking.
And the darkness can't comprehend the light.
Let me put this here up here. Yeah, look at this. Read this comment here, and let you answer this one.
All right.
Answer it nicely.
But what if you honestly love his people and stand up for them truly? Love them, because I know the truth and I have since a little girl. That is what it is. I get what you're saying. But again, this law was given to us and not to you. Okay? That's what y'all have to understand. You can love us all you want, but I want you to understand that desire you have for our people in accordance to marriages and things like that, this is exactly what I be talking about. They feel like they can uplift themselves above the law, even though I just gave scripture and all of that, and say, but this, but that, but this. And this is the problem with y'all. Y'all always are trying to justify stuff to get our people to fall. If you care about Yahuwah's children, then you are not going to even try to assimilate the fact that it's okay, because it's not.
Yeah.
You need to be with your own kind. And listen, I'm going to be honest. I know white women don't like white men because they're weak and they're betas and, you know what I'm saying, they're fragile and all of that. They want the black man swag. I get that. You want that Israelite swag, but that Israelite swag is for the Israelite woman. That's it. My seed is for the Israelite woman, period. Okay, I know these picky pig-skinned white men ain't holding up, ain't putting it down, ain't able to do what you got to do, but that's them your people. Stick by them.
Hey, Yak. Let me say this here. Let me say this, Yak. Somebody told me one time that I believe Yak's your son because both of y'all too bold. I said I ain't nowhere near as bold as Yak's. I ain't nowhere near as bold as that young man. You know, y'all just say whatever you want to say. I mean, whatever need to be said, it has to be said. So I'm in full agreement with that.
I prayed to Yahuwah. I said, Father, I want the spirit of Dawood.
Come
I
on.
want the spirit of David. I prayed to the Most High, Father, I need the spirit of David. I need the spirit of David. And look, he delivered, y'all. I wasn't like this when I first came into this. I was very humble and just kind of trying to understand some things. But I realized I'm going to have to be a little bit more forthcoming with this because our people still ain't, scared to touch on certain things, talk about certain things.
Yeah.
So it's like we gotta be forthcoming. And again, it's not against our people in any other way. We just want our people to get right, man, with the Yahuwah and walk in alignment because we need that deliverance, family. And
everybody can't take us.
We say we want deliverance, but then again, if we are assimilating with the nation, we are marrying them. It's like we still want to be here. He scattered us among the heathens for punishment. So why would he want you to marry the people he punished you with? I mean, come on, y'all.
Right. Okay.
He even tells us in Deuteronomy 7 that if thou shalt say in thy heart, these nations are more than I, how can I dispossess them? So he can't even do what needs to be done because we keep meddling.
Yes.
We keep on connecting and instead of just understanding, repent, and now adhere, be obedient.
I hope a lot of you got your answers today. Let me say this. I hope a lot of you got your answers today because it's been pretty much stuff has been covered and came with receipts and all this kind of stuff. If you still rebel toward this Torah after certain scriptures have been read, that you say that you love Torah, if you still choose to go your way and do what you want to do in terms of marriage, because that's what we're really dealing with today, then I'm telling you, the hell with you, Yasharal. The hell with you.
I mean, that's what it is.
I mean, we got to kick the dust off because ain't nobody gonna spend no more time dealing with your rebellious self trying to show you something. We really don't even have to show many of you because like I said when I first came on, some of you don't know, but them Jeremy types, they know. I mean, you got the Yahuwah headband, you done read the Torah, you Bahasham all over the place, and Hashap all over the place. So you done learn the language and everything, and you gonna tell me you don't know this right here? No, you know this, but you chose to go your other way. You chose to go the heathen's way. So I'm just saying, the hell with you. And all of those Yasharalites that is with him on this subject, holding up for him on this subject, I'm telling you too, because you know better too. The hell with you too. I promise you that. I mean, and you can say whatever you want to say about me. My armor is on. And I don't care what you say. But you are never going to front this stuff in our face. And we just sit around like little puppy dogs and take it. And you're never going to do that. You're never going to do that. So you're going to have some trouble on your hands. And you can hate all you want to hate and say what all you want to say. But I'm serious about this here. I mean, know
what? Look,
go
Pastor,
ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
I want to
go
say
ahead.
this. Sometimes our people feel like we're being the bad guy by rebuking interracial marriage, by rebuking it. I'm not congratulating. I rebuked a brother, and I'm surprised at him because he knows what the truth is about marrying these other nations. Now he was some Filipino or something like that, and I rebuked that. I do not support that.
Come on now.
Right.
He knows better, and I don't know what I gotta reach out to him because he should know better than this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you tell our people stuff, they don't want to hear it, they don't want to listen, then they want to get mad and say you're being divisive. Yahusha came to divide.
Right.
We've always been divided from the other nations. We've always been segregated from them. In Jubilees, it said we weren't to talk to them, to be around them. When we did business, we did it with our own people.
Yeah.
Because our people kept Shabbat. So our people didn't violate Shabbat. We bought from our own, sold from our own, helped our own, produced for our own. We did all of that. I'm trying to get us to get back to that. Not saying you can't do what you got to do with other nations, but I'm just trying to help you understand that we as a nation need to start moving like a nation and not like separate individual people.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You can't give Hasatan what he want because he love division. He want us all us divided.
Yep.
We gotta be in unity. That's what Yahuwah wanted.
Yeah.
Unity.
And we could say that and we could repeat that and we could hear that, but why don't we do it? I'm telling you, why don't we do it? You got to stop being afraid. So too many of us are still afraid and scared. You know, we won't even you won't even follow people. You don't want to be associated with people like me or people like Yet, because we embarrass y'all because y'all are too sophisticated and nice and we're just good Christians and all this kind of stuff. The hell with that.
Exactly what
No. Look what's happening. Look what has happened to the nation. And look what is continuing to happen. Look what Amalek is doing and are continuing to do. They done stole your identity and everything. They done stole it, and now you waking up to who you are, and you still want to be nice to these folk?
And that's crazy because one of the biggest deceptions that people do not understand, listen to me very closely, everybody. Listen, Amalek and the Anglo-Saxon so-called Aryans, they are all in on this. So that beef between Jewish people and white people is fake. All right? It is fake. They worked together even during World War II. And it's just, they're working, the Indo-Europeans are working together against you. Just remember that. Just always remember that. They might fight, you know what I'm saying, and argue on, you know, and a lot of these, you know, individuals don't even know that there's a whole psyop with the Jewish people and the Anglo-Saxon working together, but they are working together against you. All right. And you need to understand that when Yahuwah said that they are your enemies in scripture, who brought you into slavery? Yes, I know the Arabs did it. They are your enemies too.
Yeah.
But who brought you to America? The so-called white man, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So in Deuteronomy 28, when Yahuwah says these enemies will come against you, he said they're your enemies, not your friend, not your comrade, not your grafted in buddy.
Not your family.
Your enemies.
Your enemies.
Revelation 2:9, 3:9. I know them that say they are Yahudian and are not, but are the synagogue of Hasatan.
Of course. Of course. So we got to get it together, Yasharal. You got to stop acting like you're with us. You're going to have to be with us. Huh? I mean, you got your likes. You got your likes like Candace Owens now. No, she is no longer, like I say, invited into the barbecue. And no more. Not the backyard no more. No, because she's trying to play both sides. No, you see, that's a sellout there, see. No.
She got the nerve.
You show me
She got the nerve to sit there and tell black people, oh, the white man is not your enemy. It's the Jewish people who sold you into slavery.
You married one.
All Indo-Europeans are the same. She done married into a dang British family connected to.
And they say he abusive to her.
Yeah.
Look, I don't even
the
think
word on the street is
that
she whoop up behind.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Right. I don't even think that marriage is legitimate. I think that dude is gay. He is a beard. All right, he's really a homo, and I don't think she's even like there's no contact sexually. I don't even believe that thing is real.
He beat her. Yeah, he beat her.
But when we have that need to be like them so much, we'll take all that crap. Cause they're validating me. You know what I'm saying? That's what. So she'll take all that crap. You know, just to be validated. You know, man, we crazy. Something wrong with us.
Pastor, you know, I was sitting here thinking about our late brother Malcolm Jamal Warner.
They killed him. Well, go ahead.
They killed him.
Unalived him. Yeah.
His last poem that he did. He had a symphony behind him and everything. And he made a statement, and that statement is what took his life. Well, he's always been someone for his people. But that statement that was made was that you gave us a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Anglo-Saxon savior when you knew he was a Hebrew.
Yeah.
That's what got him killed.
Yeah, that's what got him killed.
And people they don't look at it that way, but that anyone who stands up to speak for us it's always something that comes behind it.
Yeah.
And we can't be afraid to say what it is. I have had family who have really turned their back on me, and it's all good.
It's all good.
Because I've always been different since I was a child. I always knew something wasn't right. My father would tell me, pay attention to this, pay attention to that. Your siblings don't want to hear it, but pay attention what's in that red.
Yeah.
Because that's our Messiah speaking. And we have been so kumbaya in the brain, we can't tell the difference.
Come on.
We want to be Anglo-Saxon.
Yeah.
We're not proud of our hair. We're not proud of our face,
our
noses, our features, our body structures. But when they turn around and do it, I said this last night.
Yeah, you did.
They can get Botox in their lips. We been had full lips.
Yeah.
They can go and get their eyes pent back. Our eyes have always, some of us have big eyes, some of our eyes are slanted, pent back. They go and get the surgery. Everything that we do, they hate, but they mock it.
Yeah.
They love it.
That's Hashatan.
Let me tell you something.
That's Hashatan. That's the same thing he does. And to my sisters, y'all better wake up, because you're putting these sins. I said it every time we have you put sins on your head, and you don't even realize you're taking the atonement of these creatures and putting it on you.
Hey,
and you want to be like them.
Saying that right there makes me think about when I was in school. I think I was about maybe 10 or 11, maybe 12. I always was ashamed. I hated my lips. Hated my lips. People used to pick on me about my lips all the time.
That's your lips from your daddy, boy.
Yeah, and then
boy.
Yeah. But it was a girl I had a crush on. I had a crush on this girl. She came to me one day. She said, they used to call me DP in school. She said, DP, don't be afraid of your lips. She said, people are jealous of them. She said, I love them. Back then, I was like, I ain't giving good things, but now none of that though. But still though, when she told me that's the thing that gave me confidence in myself. You know what I'm saying? And now coming into this truth, oh man, you better get out here, fella.
Come on. We have to learn to love ourselves again.
Yeah, I used to get picked on because of my skin color. Man, they said like, yeah, you so black, man, you black as heck. I was like, as I learned to embrace my melanin, now I love my blackness.
Amen.
And the other nations are gonna hate your blackness.
Yeah, but we have to be deprogrammed, man. We have to be totally reconstructed in our understanding about ourselves, in our mind, and our ruach, because we've been so demeaned and put down and tore up and tore down. So we need a total reconstruction. But it's gonna take all of us to do that. Black people, melanated people, come on. It's time to unite. It's time to stop being ashamed of one another. It's time because I know us. If we get a few dollars in our pocket, man, we think that we are Mr. Big Stuff. I know how you're going to have to humble yourself down. If your car bigger than the sister car or house down the road, I know how we could think. All right, listen. I don't know how true this is, but if it is true, they said the Uganda, I think it was Uganda or Ghana, one of them gave 200 acres to African Americans.
Ghana.
All right, now y'all listen to me. What I'm about to say now. Let me listen to me. What I'm about to say. I know our people. See, we love to call other people crap out, but I call other people crap out and our own crap too. And now I know how we think sometimes. I know how we are. I know how we are around here, especially so-called African Americans, or how we compete and think we're more than one another and we're chief and all this kind of stuff. I met these kind of folk, and I don't care nothing for them and their attitudes or nothing like that. Now, they gave 200 acres over there, and now they building houses and stuff, so-called African American. If I was on the continent, I wouldn't even live in that community. I'm telling you, because I know our damn attitude. Thinking we are more than them people and all that kind of stuff. Go give me I'll build in the bush somewhere. Because listen, we don't only need to be awakened, man. We need to be awakened to our Yahuwah. And you remember what he told? Because he know us. He know us. That's what he told him when he brought him into the land. When I bring you into the land, don't forget and say your hand got you these houses that you got and you filled them and you dug the wells. Don't forget now and say your hand got you this stuff. I got you this here stuff. Because we'll get stuff, man, and we'll just think we are next to the moon. We need to humble ourselves because we're nothing. We are nothing. Even Jacob said, our patriarch, one of the patriarchs said that I am a worm. We need to humble ourselves. Now, I'm not telling you not to think too much of yourself. I'm just saying you don't think too less either. We need to balance this thing out because we are some kind of people when we get something. Yeah. Man, look here. I know people that will buy a new car today and ride through the hood because the hood people can't afford it. Just to be seen.
And we ride slow.
And used to. That's the flex. Exactly. That's the flex. Slow. So I'm talking to our people. Learn how to act. Learn how to be when you got some with your brothers in other akutis. Are y'all understand me what I'm saying? Well, it's a lot of humbling we have to do. It's a lot of humbling that we have to do now, if truth be told. Because we ain't used to nothing. Go ahead. Pastor, go ahead.
Jealousy. I'm gonna say that. I've noticed that a lot in our nation. There is a lot of jealousy. When the Most High exalts one of our brothers or one of our sisters, we should be praising him.
Yes.
Because he is dealing with these dry bones in massive ways. Just because it's somebody that has a platform that, has influence and is speaking to our people and getting the truth out, don't be jealous of them. Be happy for them. It doesn't mean he can't use you at some point. It's just not that time yet.
Come on, man.
Don't be jealous or envious about your brother or sister because Yahuwah has given them a platform to speak to our people and come back in the covenant. Now, I understand some of our people, not everybody's called to teach, and I understand that, but humility is a must. We should be happy for our people and the work Yahuwah is doing. He didn't just say he's going to choose one people. He said he's going to wake up every dry bone, every dry bone. It's not going to be one person, not two people, but he's going to deal with our people all across the four corners of the earth where we are scattered. Yeah. We should be supportive of our people and, baracking Yahuwah for the work he's doing through our people.
Yes. All praise to that. So let's get it together, Yasharal. Let's come together. Let's support one another. But now I'm going to tell you this right here. For us to support each other, you're going to have your stuff together now. Here it is. And I'm just tell you what I'm talking about. I'll give you an analogy of what I'm talking about. Okay, you got a black-owned company. I try to, I ain't going to get too technical with it because I don't want to lie no shade on this particular company, but even though it's black. But I just use this for analogy. Okay, you got a black-owned company and you sell wallets. You make wallets, leather wallets, and sell them. And this white-owned company, they do the same thing. All right? That white-owned company won't ignore your emails and give you a tracking list and that product there in 3 to 4 business days and all this kind of stuff. But 15 down the road, that black company ain't sent it yet. Ain't sent you no email. Ain't notified you or nothing. See, I won't deal with you then. But we always say, let's support black businesses. You won't do right. There are black businesses that even tried to take my money and said that I didn't order the product, even though I'm showing them proof, order number, which bank account it came out, which card are you, still trying to take my money. See, we got to straighten up on a lot of things. We have to straighten up, and I'm just telling you like it is now. I'm not just going to say this about these white people and don't deal with you either, because we got to deal with home. We got to make sure home running right. You understand me what I'm saying? So don't fault me for buying from this white man and not buying from you, but you won't get yourself together. I like convenience, but I show where to be convenient with my black brothers and sisters in business. So y'all get it together, because we need to unite and buy from each other. We need to do that. We need to do that, but you're going to have to get your business together. You're just going to have to get it together.
True.
Shoot, man, go through all kind of turmoil with y'all trying to get the product that I already paid for and ordered and paid for, and just going through all kind of turmoil with y'all. And most of our stuff is natural. Y'all know how to do things, especially on the continent and stuff, you know. And I like ordering this black soap and all this kind of stuff, which they get over here and get it, try to imitate it. But all your stuff is good and real, and I mean, it's some good product. But shoot, man, then y'all go to getting ignorant once you get maybe a few hundreds of $1,000s.
Yeah.
You go to getting beside yourself. We need you to stay constant. We need you to stay in there. You know what I mean?
That's us. That's true.
Sometimes it ain't all about finessing one another. It's all about coming together and, like, you know what I'm saying, building.
And supporting one another.
Other.
And as you put the money back into the community, because you know our community needs building up. But now I often say this right here. So many of us are down. So many of us don't have nothing. And so when one begin to rise up, the rest of us will still kick them back down because we got our hands on it. Let them build up. Let them come gradually. You know what I mean? So that we can help everybody. Because once somebody can't help everybody, you got one person in a family that began to do good, but the rest of the 15 in the family ain't trying to do nothing, don't want to do nothing, just want to hang out on the corner with a quart, a beer in the hand or something, and then you go into this one that is trying to make it and out the hood and all that kind of stuff, study, begging, study, threatening to give them this and that. That one ain't going to make it either. We need to change our mindsets. We need to change them and call stuff of what it is so we can come up together. If we're going to go up, let's go up together. This is what Yahuwah is trying to do for us. You know what I mean? I think y'all get what I'm talking about because that stuff gets frustrating. It really are. You know?
Stick together like Mexicans. Like,
well, I mean, if you think about it, every other community of other races stick by their people.
Yeah.
White people look out for white people. Asians look out for Asians. Mexicans look out for Mexicans. But black people, I mean, look at the diaspora wars, right? And that's another thing I want to say. All of these Negroes out here telling you to delineate from Africans and Jamaicans and people from the islands and all of that. Listen, our people are scattered everywhere. Those are agents. All right, now all Yasharal is Yasharal. Unfortunately, some of our people have made covenants with the heathens, and they are working against us to keep us divided.
Yeah.
When you get a chance, look up the diaspora division stratagem. So this is actually a CIA operation that was created to divide the African diaspora. You know what I'm saying? From coming together because there's strength in numbers. When black
strength in numbers.
Together. We know this.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
that's
know
what
it.
Black folks need to know.
Yeah, man.
But some of these, Black Boule, Prince Hall sellouts, you know what I'm saying, are trying to help push the divide. Don't hate your brother that's scattered to another place because we still the same nation, same people, suffer the same curses.
Yeah.
Right? Father, help us. Y'all think about what we're
Al
saying.
Sharptons, you better run.
Yeah. Just think about what we're saying right here. And let's work at this stuff. Let's work at it. Yeah, I know you love me and all that kind of stuff, but come on, let's show some sign. You know, don't be talking to me talking about no Barack Hasham or you out trying to you ain't with me. I mean, cause we good.
We need to see some action behind it.
So let's get it together. Let's get it together for real. And but it's all good. I've enjoyed today. I appreciate you, Yak. I appreciate you, Chris. I appreciate all of you guys for all of your feedback and coming in. The ones in the comments. I haven't read all the comments and stuff yet, but hey, just don't go be with me in these comments. But then you being with Vital Toe when you get around some of them. And I know how we are. We fickle. I call all that crap out. I'm telling you, because we're fickle. Sometimes when I get in front of Isaac and I talk about Lucretia, and then when I get in front of Lucretia, Isaac this and he ain't out. You know how we are. We two-faced. We that. Repent of all that kind of stuff. See, we think that we just got to lay down the adultery, the stuff that you can see. But what about the stuff that you can't see? We can't see in your heart. You're going to have to depart from all of that too. All of it. I mean, and a lot of things that I'm saying, I know that we've been conditioned to be that way. But since we're awakening up now, it's time to come back together. It's time to truly come back together. We was gonna do a alive and still might do it, with my crew here about, how Africans and so-called African Americans are against one another, and how the Africans think about the so-called African Americans in terms of, we're this and we think we that, and they are partly true. You know what I'm saying? But they are partly not true. Because if African Americans hadn't done the things that they did in terms of protest, we ain't got to be doing all that crap now. In terms of standing up for our rights and all that kind of stuff, we couldn't have made it better for when they travel over here. So that's true also. So we really need to get off of one another talking about this and talking about that, because we're still brothers and sisters. Not everyone on the continent, of course. Because we have black Edomites and stuff too, and all that kind of stuff. But it's just time for us to come together and really be the family that we are supposed to be. And if you're claiming to be in my family and you ain't walking right, I'm gonna give you a swift kick in the tail. If I'm in the family and I ain't walking right, then I expect you to give me a swift kick in the tail, because we might be just getting off and don't even realize it. But that's why we need just a good swift kick in the tail, so to speak, to wake us up. Because I love you. I mean, I really do love our people. I mean, that's how I came into the truth. In 2014, consulting Yahuwah about our people. Why we are like this? Why we are like that? Why do we seem like we the lowest on the earth? And the darker we are, the more we are hated. Why is this happening? And that's when he began to wake me up, and stuff like that. So I love our people. I've always been concerned about them. Always been concerned about them. But many of us are not concerned about ourselves. That's a lot of straightening up that we have to do. A lot of it. A lot of it. We've been pitted against one another. The light skin been put against the darker skin. The mahogany skin have been put against the caramel skin. I mean, come on, let's wake up from this crap and realize that we're all one family. One family.
And the Ruach don't only have color.
Yeah. Huh?
And as far as some other nations, they don't really care about us.
Well, boy, don't you start that now. You can't finish.
No, he gonna start that.
When you start that, you can't finish. You can't finish. Kick me, beat me, whatever Michael Jackson was saying.
Everybody's going mad.
All I'm trying to say is that they don't really care about us. Boy, beating them drums.
They don't really care about us.
I need to find that video, but they'll sure enough get rid of me then. If I put that on there, Don said, Dad, you don't put none of Michael Jackson stuff on there, though. They'll hurry up and get rid of you.
Yeah, they got rid of Mike because he tried to warn us.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, then they got rid of Prince.
Yeah, but it's been good. It's been good, guys. It's been good
Pastor,
with you.
if you don't mind, before we go, listen, y'all, who would just put on my heart that I need to pray?
Okay, sure.
Real quick.
Please. Please.
All right, Barak Father, we thank you.
Yes, Father.
Abba Yahuwah, for this time of gathering of your people.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
It is our desire to walk in truth and serve you with the fullness of our mind, heart, and soul. Father, help our people to understand that you gave us the Torah for our benefit because you loved us, to keep us righteous, to keep us kadash to you, because you are people, we are a people that you have chosen unto yourself.
Yes,
and nobody else have you dealt with but the beautiful children of Yasharal.
Yes.
Oh, Father, help us fall in love with our people again, to see beauty in our sisters, for our sisters to see strength in our black men. Oh, Father, help us to understand that the Torah is a lamp and a light unto our path in this walk.
Yes.
Oh, Father, you gave us all the guidelines that we need to know how to serve you in truth. Father, there should be no confusion when it comes to your word, Father. There should be no private interpretation.
Yes,
Father, there should be nobody else's idea of what the scriptures say, but Father, you have revealed to your children. Oh, Father, let us walk as a nation in obedience and righteousness. Father, let us rebuke the strange marriages. Father, let us not celebrate sin.
Come on.
Father, let us not justify sin.
Help us, Father.
Because it is these sins that got us scattered in the first place.
Help us, Father. Help us, Father.
Father, we're sorry.
We're
Father,
sorry.
forgive
We're
us.
sorry. We're sorry,
Father,
Father.
cleanse our hearts.
Forgive
Oh,
us.
Father, make us right again.
Yes, make us right.
Father, cleanse us and help us to
In the
come back to
name of
truth.
Yahushua. Yes,
Father, we're sorry, Father, by the
we're
blood of
sorry.
Hamashiach Yahusha. Oh, Father, forgive us.
Please forgive us, Father
Not
Yahuwah.
knowing any mistakes that we made
We
before
didn't
coming
know.
into the truth, Father. I pray that we will come into a place of humility
Help us to
correct
do that. Help us to do
mistake
that.
that we made.
Help us to do that.
Help us all to walk as one nation, at the two sticks.
Help us, Father.
They become one. Bahasham Yahusha.
Ooh,
I pray for the
Qur'an.
northern
Yes,
kingdom,
Father.
the scattered Yahudim everywhere,
Yes,
all 12
Father.
tribes, wherever they might be. Father, give them comfort, give them strength, Father. Let them know that you are there for them, that you love them. Father,
Yes,
encamp your
Father.
angels
Do it,
around
Father.
every single Yasharal,
Every
child,
single
man,
one.
woman, scattered to the four corners of the earth.
Yes, Father.
Father, to our
Do it,
people in
Father.
Nigeria, they're trying to make war against the chosen in Nigeria. Oh,
Yes,
Father,
Father.
protect your Israelite children in Nigeria under the
Cover.
continent.
Cover them, Father. Yes,
Oh, Father,
Father.
let your name mount up on eagles so all the Negroes who are unawakened, Father, let them call upon your name in one accord. Oh, Father, let them call upon the name of Yahusha in one accord. Father, let us believe upon the blood of the true liberator, the King of Yasharal, that set his people free. For Isaiah 61 says, the Ruach of Yahuwah is upon me to preach good tidings to the poor, to the broken, to the discarded, to the pimp, to the hustler, to the prostitute. Father, you
Yes,
sing
come on,
Yahusha
come
for
on,
our
come
people.
on.
Oh, Barak Yahuwah. Hallelujah, Yahuwah.
Hallelujah.
Father, we ask these things. Bahasham Yahusha. Father, we love you. We honor you.
Yes, Father.
And we lift up your name right here, right now. In this congregation. Let your will be done in our lives, Father. Let your will be carried out through your people. Father, let your accomplishment and your work that you started be complete.
Let
your
it be.
chosen people.
Let it be.
Put
your seal on it.
Amanu Akan. Barak Yahuwah.
So be it. So be it. So be it.
Hallelujah, Yahuwah. Thank you, Father Yahuwah.
Boy, I tell
Hallelujah,
you.
Yahuwah.
And Aman and Akan. Thank you.
Y'all know I'm rough as I am, I'm still human. It takes something to make me drop a tear or something. But I felt that and I agree with that. Man, I agree with that Palau, Yak. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys. Any last minute comments before we go? All praise. I feel the Ruach HaKodesh right now. I'm telling you, I feel the Ruach. I feel the Ruach. I feel the Ruach. Hey, why don't we just go with what's in us right now? let's just go with what's in us right now.
Praise Yahweh.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
I appreciate you guys. And Yak, we'll talk.
All right, Pastor. You got my number.
All right. Bye, fam. Love you guys. Love you guys.
Everybody. Love you guys.
Shalom.